Heroes of Greyhawk is a game played by adults and recorded for an adult audience. Sometimes we use adult language and explore adult topics. Consider yourself warned. Alright, you know what? I'm going to be fantasizing about that all night, but for now, we really need to focus on adventures. Adventures in a place that I like to call Greyhawk. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Superior Adventures Guild. On this very serious episode. Just kidding. Fucking A. Let's play some D&D, you guys. Thanks for being here. We really appreciate you all joining us. Thanks for the resub, Take Your Woman's Ghost. Bob Newhart. Love you, buddy. We're back in Greyhawk tonight, folks, and after an amazing adventure as kobolds last night, we're going to try to pull it together and get serious about our gameplay.
Bob Newhart is still alive, according to Techie Woman.
Good
Bob
for
Newhart's
him.
still kicking, and he's watching.
Yeah.
So, Bob, congratulations. Happy birthday. 93
but
years old.
93, so
you know he's got many years left. Cheers, Bob.
Yeah.
Here's to you, pal.
Right. Here's to living forever.
Here's to you, Bob.
Someday we will all be able to live forever. Hey, everybody. Like I said, thank you for being here. My name is Dave, your humble dungeon master, and I'm hanging out and playing games with my pals. Hello, my friends, the gang, the folks who are playing this game with me. Hi, how are ya?
Good. How are you?
You know, I'm doing great. I'm doing a lot better now that I see all your smiling face. Well, everyone but Bleak, who's never smiling. Oh, there we go. Look at those cheeks. So what I'd like to do is I'd like you each to introduce yourself as your, I guess as your your celebrity doppelganger. And Bleak will start as Steven Seagal. Go ahead.
Told you, man. I'm dressing up as Steven Seagal dressing up. I'm the dude playing the dude pretending to be the other dude.
Nice. Give us an introduction, Bleak, and tell us who you're playing here in Greyhawk. Let's keep it simple.
All right. Hey, I'm Bleak Season, the Bleak Season on the Twitters, and I play Lachlan Felspar, a storm cleric who is very, very
Thanks, woman.
electrifying. The most electrifying cleric in town.
I'd say he showed off a little bit of that divine electric panache.
That's right.
Whatever.
I lit him up.
Yeah, you did. Techie Woman's Ghost, thank you for the advantages for each of our players. Great way to start out tonight.
You're the best. You're the best.
Let's jump over to Kai Whimsy. Kirk, hello, sir.
Yo, it's May. I'm Kai Whimsy. I'm also known as Kirk. I'm also known as Norb Nhyre. Wow, I almost said a different name. I'm a little out of practice, you know. I am a scholar. I am a seeker of knowledge, not arcane knowledge necessarily, but it just so happens I like magical stuff. I like barbarian stuff. I like history and math. And I'm friendly. I'm not chaotic. I don't do chaos. I just, I go with the flow. I think I like, linear paths. Linear. It's a math term. Straight lines. Forward. Always forward.
How long will this last is the question. We have a side bet going to see how long it takes before the chaos seeps out. But Norb is he's a straightforward kind of guy that will buy his freedom. Look, if you ask him to pay you for his life, he feels like that's a good deal, and I can respect that.
I like life. I'm not here to make waves. I'm just trying to tread some water. I don't know, have a drink here and there. Maybe I like fishing. Who doesn't like to go fishing?
I mean, yeah. Well, Norb already has his retirement plan ready to go, so let's move over to Andy G3D. Hi, bud.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Andy. Andy G3D here on Twitch and in Discord. Tonight, I am playing Desmond Adelar, aka Dez. He is a first level human rogue, and he tends to attract a lot of damage.
Oh.
But he's still alive despite being super squishy.
Is he he's like a rogue tank kind of guy?
No, not
No,
really.
not really. Okay.
More like a rogue that gets hit once and is almost dead. But
Well, I mean, we're
he's getting
first
better.
level.
He's
We'll
getting
get
better
there.
at it.
Yeah. Yeah. He ain't dead yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
still
Correct.
kicking.
Don't look now, but there's someone behind you in the room, Andy.
Bum bum bum.
Thanks,
used to
Andy.
it.
Let's jump over to Minnesota Muse.
Hey everybody, I'm Ashley, Minnesota Muse 99 on Twitter, and I am playing for you tonight, Xanthi, who is just a trusting, sweet ball of sunshine, and who's also extremely deadly. And I murdered 2 people the day before, but you
They
know,
had it coming.
this whole like adventuring thing, I knew it wasn't going to be all sunshine and roses, but I just thought it would be less murdery.
Turns out she's
Anyway.
quite deadly.
Very
which
deadly.
is very interesting to see how she deals with that. I just want to say a big shout out to Ashley for that amazing game of Oops All Kobolds last night. Ashley's first time streaming. Of course, she's been running home games for quite a long time, but that was really, really
1 year.
fun. Oh, for just a long time.
So long.
Yeah. So you've only been a DM for 1 year.
Yeah, when
Wow.
I probably 1.5 years, because it was shortly after I started in our other Greyhawk game streaming that I started my own like home game that wasn't streamed at the same time. So that's it. That's my experience.
Wow. Well, you're kicking ass. That was a super, super fun game. I had a blast playing Toklo 3, and I can't wait to get back to it next week. So thank you for that. That was super fun. And that's what our Monday Night Mayhem game, folks, is all about. It's bringing folks in who want to give streaming a try, who want to tell their story, have some good ideas to share with the D&D world or whatever system you want to use. And we like to provide the foundation for that to happen. So we do the production side of things, we do the promotion side of things, and let the dungeon master and the players really focus on the narrative. And it was cool. We had Ashley, who was a first-time DM playing, and then we had 2 first-time streamers, 2 folks that had never been on stream, Shannon and Shelly, which was fantastic. So you're going to see a lot more of that on this channel, specifically with the Monday Night Mayhem program, I guess, whatever that is, that time slot. We're going to do all kinds of fun stuff. We've got a monsters hunting game coming up. We've got a super secret and super special Halloween 2-shot coming up, plus more on the way. So definitely check that stuff out when you have an opportunity on Mondays. And so Ashley, congratulations. That was super fun. And I'm glad that
Thank you.
happened.
It's still happening next 2 Mondays too.
That's
Part
right.
2, part 3, if everybody lives.
Those kobolds are
mean-
tougher than we are.
You know what? That's true. That's very true.
They're the same. Wait, they are a higher level than we are.
Yes,
Because
they
we're
are.
only
Kick our
level
ass.
1.
They'd kick our ass.
Yep, they're badasses. There's no question about it. And they're gonna be fun to play for 2 more weeks. So I'm excited to see how that all goes down. I want to give a quick shout out. We're going to jump over to the map screen here. Oh, there's a map of Hommlet and the surrounding areas, so that's kind of cool. But what I wanted to draw your attention to, as I just double check to make sure, yep, we are ready to go with that. We have a giveaway. Our friends at CZRPG have graciously donated the Forsaken Bog that we are going to give away at the end of tonight's stream. If you want to get involved with that, all you have to do is type !drawing. Kirk will show you how it's done. Super easy to do, and you get entered to win. We'll send you a PDF if you're the winner. Big shout out to CZRPG. They're fantastic folks. We also have, I think, let's see if this works. There it is. We have a coupon, a discount code for CZRPG's Drive-Through RPG catalog. So if you're a DM or you have a special DM in your world that you want to get some content for them, check out that link to Drive Through RPG and use the code that you see in the chat for some sweet, sweet loot.
Who doesn't
the
like
special
coupons?
You know, discounts are fantastic, and we appreciate CZRPG for hooking us up with and hooking our fans up with something fun. So thank you for that. We appreciate all of that. What else can I tell you? We have this Friday a brand new saga of the Shadesong variety begins. Bleak, do you want to just give us a quick little teaser on what we might find on Friday?
Old bunch of Orkins doing a whole bunch of Orkin things, really, and it's the kickoff to what is the sort of last chapter of this part of the saga. So all of this leads into the big end of the world events in the end of November, December, and we're going to be revealing tons of secrets, and we're seeing the land of the Orkins for the first time, Rukin, in any of the games. So, you know, very Tusky.
That's exciting. Thank you for bringing that to the channel. We're excited to see where this next saga goes, and there are more on the way with great players and Bleak at the helm of that. So thank you for that. If you're interested in getting involved with any of the stuff that we do, highly recommend you join our Discord. We hang out, we talk about games, we get goofy, and then a lot of the folks that are in our community end up playing with us in the games that we run. So, you know, that's a great way to get an opportunity to play on Monday Night Mayhem, for example. So, heck yeah. So I think that's all the announcements, you guys. I would, unless I forgot something, which is entirely possible, it's known to happen, but I think we're ready to jump into a quick recap of what happened during our last session. So in our last session,
barely
my
made
friends,
it.
that's true. Well, no, that's not entirely true. I mean, Desmond almost died, but that's just kind of happens every episode, I think. So that's no big deal.
Every episode so far.
That's true. You got a good record going.
Even our session 0.
That's right. Well, this is the second session. Maybe you can turn the corner on this trend. We'll see. We all know about your first death saving throw and how cursed that is. I'm just fucking with you. All right. In our last session, we had an opportunity to meet our new party, a group of young travelers headed for the Village of Hommlet. You might have heard of it. Having survived an ambush by bandits along the road, Lachlan, Desmond, Xanthi, and Norb tended their wounds and shared stories of their pasts. Conversation and food was shared around the campfire, and the night grew dark. In pairs, the party kept watch, still leery of the raiders who accosted them earlier that day on the road. We learned a few things during those watches. We learned that Desmond had grown up near Hommlet, having been separated from his family 10 years prior, roughly, when the evil cleric and the temple horde had plagued the countryside and the surrounding countryside of Hommlet specifically. Now he had returned in hope of doing good and perhaps learning more about his family. We learned that Lachlan, the dwarf, had spent time along the wild coast as a child, that he had a philosophical soul, and perhaps, unless he was totally screwing with everybody, a level of empathy that was quite interesting to encounter. Also, a distinct fear of scurvy. So we know how to turn the screws on Lachlan as we move forward with this campaign. We learned that the somewhat naive Xanthi had considerable skill with embroidery and stitch work, and was not at all comfortable with the fact that she may have killed a bandit during the attack with her flaming hands. And as we mentioned, that she is 100% capable of wreaking havoc when needed. Quite a surprise, perhaps, to her traveling companions. We learned that Norb was a scholar and a ravenous journaler. How do you like that? And that his brain seemed to move faster than his ability to communicate his ideas. And when he became excited, he seemed to ramble off on different tangents of knowledge. His pointed questions to Xanthi, while maybe off-putting to some folk, were well received by the young traveler, and he was able to pry some information out of her during their watch. We also learned that Norb himself is a murderer. So how do you like that? During the watches, coyotes nipped and yapped and called in the night, but nothing untoward accosted the party during their rest. The next day, the four continued on their journey, avoiding the awkward goodbye of parting ways and deciding instead to travel together at least for a time to Hommlet. Along that path, they encountered a black bear that erupted from the underbrush, attacking the party, mostly Desmond, and then charging Lachlan before, as it turns out, being struck down by lightning from an otherwise clear bluebird sky. Interesting. Surviving the bear, you pressed on, encountering 5 headless figures kneeling on the side of the road. Courtesy of Techie Woman's Ghost, by the way. Around that time, a wagon passed by, driven by an old feller named Hammett, his daughter Thelma, and 2 small children who quietly rode along in the back of the wagon, being pulled by an old mule named... Anyone?
Is that
remember?
Bessie?
Nice. Bessie. Inspiration point for you, Xanthi.
Aw.
Look at that.
Thank
Remembering
you.
Bessie. Oh, Bessie.
Yeah, we
How
were
did
gonna
I
call
remember
ourselves-
that? I can't remember something that
She's a
somebody
good
says
girl.
like
We were gonna
30
call
seconds
ourselves
ago.
The Bessie gang, remember?
I don't remember that. I do. The deal was struck to provide security for Hammett and his family in exchange for a wagon ride to Hommlet. Hammett from Hommlet, who loves to eat omelets. If they're made with kobold eggs, they're called...
Bomblets.
Goblets.
Hoplets.
Man, Bleak, I thought you were going to be on the mark with that one. All right,
Yeah,
let's
it's
reset.
good.
You know what? We're going to start over. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to this. Just kidding.
I'm doing
Um,
something with a weird picture that I just took of you.
Oh, no.
So my
Don't you
attention
dare.
was...
Oh, what?
Hopping aboard the cart, Norb walking and running alongside, you passed the kneeling corpses and continued towards Hommlet, learning a little bit about the local community from the farmer, cabbage farmer, as it were, before being dropped on the side of the road at the edge of Hommlet. My friends, that is where we now find ourselves. You have arrived. It is, I would say, midday, perhaps slightly after the zenith of the sun, so slightly into the afternoon. You're standing there looking upon a small, quaint village, as I described, the dusty road lined with closely grown hedges and brambles and shrubs as it cuts its way into town. There are small herds of cows grazing nearby. You see it before you, sort of this classic agrarian village. There are stone chimneys with thin plumes of smoke rising above. You have arrived at Hommlet. The Hommlet is yours. What would you like to do?
Oh, wow. My own town.
They just come right out and they give you the key.
It's a pretty nice town, even though it has corpses on the road leading to it.
Yeah, what was the deal with that? Like, maybe we should ask somebody or like report all the dead bodies on the road.
Do you think they know? I mean, ugh.
I told you guys we should
That's
investigate
bad.
them, didn't I? Didn't I?
Did you
I did.
remember?
I don't know. I'm not going back there.
I said they were dead. You were all like, "It's a trap." I was like, "They're dead."
It could have been a trap.
I still
Oh,
think
wait,
it was a trap.
But they were dead.
And we are alive. And in Hommlet.
Yeah. And hungry. What about you guys?
Yeah, doesn't like Hommlet make you think of omelets and then like you get hungry?
I don't think we should be telling the inhabitants of this particular village that their town reminds us of our town village, that their place of residence reminds us of an egg dish. I'm not too sure how fond they'd be of that.
Maybe it's their national dish. I don't know.
They probably get it a lot.
Maybe.
Well, thanks for traveling with me here, guys. It's been really good. I'm gonna go investigate some stuff. Thanks for hanging out with me. It was
Professor,
really
you're
nice.
not abandoning us, are you?
Wanna
No,
go investigate
no.
something?
Yeah,
Norb,
you know,
are
I mean,
leaving?
I made it where I thought we were all headed here. Are we?
Well, we're
what?
simply going to share a meal, and then we can go our own ways.
Well, that's
Oh,
right. You
oh.
don't even have any money. How can
Exactly.
you eat lunch if you don't eat with us?
Come have breakfast with us. We'll have enough time afterwards to.
You're right.
We can't just break up.
Okay.
At least sharing one meal.
All right. You're right. You're right.
Let's see if we can find an inn or something.
I mean,
Let's ask this fella here. He seems to be of the agreeable sort. Pardon me, my good sir.
As you walk into town, you see people milling about, and an individual is walking up to a house right in front of you. Now I'm gonna show you on the map here really quick where you are. As you're coming in from the west, you can see, hopefully you can see this little flag that I placed. You're kind of walking in right here. That will be your progress. You see an individual walking towards that house, and you call out to them, and they stop and turn to you. You can see that this place looks to be clean, slightly run down maybe. Doesn't look like a very prosperous farmstead, but that maybe the owners take pride in what they have. There's a small enclosed area behind where they have some stock that appears healthy and plump at first glance. You see a lad doing chores in the front yard, and he looks over at you. How can I help you? And you can tell right away that he is not human, but indeed half-orc.
I'm sorry, what was plump? Was it the half orc or was it?
He's not plump. It's the stock that are
Oh.
in the backyard and sort of wandering about the yard.
Good morning, sir. Sorry to interrupt your business here. We're freshly arrived, and we were simply wondering where we might go to get ourselves some food, perhaps some lodging.
Oh, yeah, you're going to want to go to the Inn of the Welcome Wench, the local inn. They have rooms, they have food. Ostler, the owner, will take good care of you.
And where would this particular inn be found?
Oh, just down the road at the intersection, go left and travel your way. It's before the river crossing.
And what's your name, my good man? I'm Lachlan Feldspar, and I extend my hand.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Bobik. He shakes your hand.
May I ask you a question?
Yes, of course.
On the road here, we saw quite a number of people who were fleeing, or appeared to be fleeing the area. Yet you and quite a number of others are still here. I'm just curious as to why some people would be fleeing this way while the rest of you remain here.
I don't know the answer to that. I wasn't aware.
Is there some sort of threat in the area?
Well, I mean, there's been some banditry and outlaws about, but I'm just a simple farmhand. I could ask Mum if you want more information. I'm just doing my chores. I don't really.
That's all right, son. That's all right, son. No worries. Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot there.
Where are you from?
I myself am from the coast. My friends are from different areas, and I kind of look at them.
Free City of Greyhawk.
Oh,
I remember now.
you forgot for a bit.
I
It's
did.
easy to do. Well, that's a long
Been a
ways
harrowing
away.
journey.
Oh, tell me, what type of adventures have you had along the way? You can see he kind of like puts down the bucket that he was holding, and he sort of like wipes his hands on his overalls.
Well,
there.
Lachlan got mauled by a bear on the
Oh.
way in, and it was so scary. It was right up close, and then it got hit with lightning. Would
Lachlan
you like
did?
some lightning flavored bear meat?
Oh, the bear got hit by lightning?
Yes, it was
That's coincidence.
quite a harrowing event. Very, very fortunate, though, because we were in the process of being savagely mauled by it, and so one could say the gods smiled on us.
And you survived, but just barely.
Just barely. Our friend Dez, unfortunately, passed away. Oh no, Dez, you're still here with us.
What?
I see that
I was
news of
like
your death
already
was greatly touched.
turned. I was just out of the conversation. What's going on over here now?
Nothing. I was just telling this man how you died to the bear, but apparently you have not. I'm very happy to see you still here with us.
Still
Doesn't
here.
look dead. He looks quite alive.
He is, but again, favor of the gods.
He's very lucky. I mean, he says he gets wounded, but then he heals right up.
I'll be darned. What else? What other adventures have you had along the way?
Ran into some bandits.
Yes.
Ooh. Did they steal
pretty
from
scary.
you?
Yeah.
They stole from Norb.
They took all his gold.
They took Norb's gold.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
They're probably having quite a party right now.
now you have as much gold as I have.
Well,
Much
that's
is
not
that?
entirely true, young man, and I'll flip him a piece.
I'll
Now you have
intercept
more
it.
than Norb.
Whoa, thank you, Mr. What did you say your name was?
Feldspar. Lachlan Feldspar.
Mr. Feldspar, thank you so much. You
My pleasure. You've been very helpful and very kind young man. Your parents are to be commended for
Oh.
raising you so well.
Thank you. Well, if you need anything else, don't hesitate to ask.
Are we ready then?
All right, bye, Bobby.
Bye. Watch out for
Take care,
bears.
And
Insight
you watch
check.
out for bandits now.
I always do. And he holds up the coin and then puts it in his pocket. So you continue on farther into town, and you start to see more of these farmsteads that are lining the road, as you can see in the map here. Fields along with that, stock grazing at various locations. And yes, Lachlan.
I kind of want to get a feel because I am kind of surprised that people were fleeing in fear and now life seems to be going on as normal. So I'm going to try to get a sense of the general atmosphere or mood. Is it like, oh my God, we wish we could flee also, but we can't? Or, is it like those people were totally crazy and, just try to kind of suss out the atmosphere.
Sure. Hey, thanks, Scarpy TV. 19 months? Thanks for the resub, Kyle. Great to see you, man. Thanks for being here. Just another month in paradise. So as you continue on, Lachlan, you do see other people that are out working about the fields. There are people walking past you now. Give me a D100 roll.
Hold on while I go into the fucking museum of ancient dice and pull out a D100.
There you go. Come
Have
on,
you ever
let's
seen
get
one of
serious.
those?
A
Ever seen one
D100?
of those?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they never stop rolling.
Back in the day, I know. D130 was one thing, but the D100, I never had one, but
See, there it
The hell
goes.
with
Just
you.
rolled across the room.
well, it's going to be 50 something.
Okay. Yeah, you
7.
see two men walking down the road. They appear to be carrying farming implements, some rakes, some hoes, and that sort of thing. They're walking in the opposite direction that you are. So as you're walking east, approximately where the flag is here, if I can ping. Hey, look at that. Way to go, Roll20. Big shout out to Roll20 for not giving us the suspense mode yet.
Dave Ping.
Yep.
Everything works.
The
Yes.
ping worked for
The
now.
ping doesn't always work for Dave.
I know, that's true. Well, usually it's because I'm on the wrong layer. Nevertheless,
Yeah.
my friends, yes, you see some folks come in. Do you want to engage with them, or they kind of look at you and nod as they're walking past? Good day.
Xanthiel wave.
Do they look like they're about on business or just...
Yeah, they look like they're headed somewhere, probably to get in their afternoon shift at one of the local fields, perhaps.
What was that place called? At
The Inn of the Welcome Wench.
It's not very PC.
That's all right.
As we walk through the town here, Des is going to be eyeing all the businesses and especially the larger buildings that look like they have a lot of money in them.
Okay.
Casing the joints.
Do I
Um,
spot anything
Are there any?
in particular?
This town
I
is
would
not very
say,
big.
yeah, where you are right now. So you're
Where
you're
are we right
walking
now?
past. So can you see the ping
Yeah.
on roll
Oh,
20?
we're
So
down there already.
Yep. So you
Okay.
came in. You came in from the west. You passed this building here. This is where you talked to Bobik.
Oh, we came in that way. Sorry.
Yep. And you can't. Now you're passing another farmstead that appears to be well kept. It looks like a house. There's a barn behind that seems to be bulging with hay, grain, animals wandering about. And you can see that there's a woman in the doorway. She seems to be sweeping sort of the dust out of the house itself. And then you're going to turn north and head up the up towards the Welcome Wench. Now these are all mainly like residences that you're passing. You're not really passing any sort of like, I don't know, like banks or like anything of that nature. You're
I was thinking
definitely
like something like this building or this other one that I thought we had passed, but we are coming from the other direction. So never mind.
Yep. No, these are so the one on the right there is another homestead. There is as you continue north on the left, just left of where the flag is, there is a rundown apple orchard sort of vibe going on behind that house. There are a couple of rows of trees, some of which don't look great. There is, as you get to right about, let's see, if I move you up here, you can see that there is sort of an open air building that has, I guess, what could be best described as sort of like the smell of hides, the smell of boiling flesh. And you can look over and you can see at that location that it is, I don't know, it's near the town square. You can see ahead of you, there's a large inn, which is your destination. But this building to the right of you, there is a long, low building with a matching wood slate roof and blue shutters, and hanging over the door is a half saddle, along with other leather goods. You get the idea that perhaps this is the leatherwork location. There's wineskin on the door. There's animal hides that are hanging in various states of preparation. There's a set of double doors that are open. You can see into the interior, and that strong scent of like cured leather and boiling flesh is coming from that building, sort of wafting across the roadway as you head towards the inn. The inn is a rather large structure itself. As you head towards it, you can see that it's probably one of the largest buildings in town. It's a well-constructed 2-story building. You haven't seen anything like it in Hommlet as you've come in from the south. There's a square wooden sign that hangs above the entry showing a buxom and smiling woman holding a flagon of ale. This must be the Inn of the Welcome Wench, as you can see, a place that seems to be renowned for good food and excellent beverages. And you see that plainly in front of you. There are, again, people milling about, maybe going to and fro to work or to other
So
activities
it's business
that they
as
might have.
usual.
It
It's
seems to
business as
be,
usual.
yeah, as you look around, it seems to be business as usual. There doesn't seem to be a strong, like, I guess, military or law presence in terms of like guards or any sort of policing of the streets. It seems to be, as the music that we're listening to would suggest, just idyllic with birds flitting about the trees. And some general village-like activity happening.
I'm starting to wonder whether or not these rumors we heard of great troubles were a mite exaggerated.
Well, I mean, there was like 5 people decapitated on the road, and then we
Yeah, it
did
didn't-
get attacked by the bandits, but it does seem fine here.
Didn't feel very exaggerated to me.
Well, out in the wilds, you'll always come across a few unsavory types who'll commit that kind of thievery and wayfaring and murder and, all sorts of unsavory things. But I was kind of expecting the town to be under some sort of duress, under some sort of siege, under some sort of troubles. It seems actually quite nice. Like I might enjoy living here. look at this fine inn. Aren't you glad you stuck with us, Norb? Look at this fine inn. I mean, can you imagine the meal we're going to get in here?
What kind of
Aren't you glad
animals do you
stuck
think
with us?
they are over there tanning? What do you think those are?
Dead ones.
I'm gonna write that down in my notebook. I'm
They
gonna be
sound
looking
good to
this
me.
whole time. I'm gonna be following everyone, listening to everything everyone says, but for the most part, just kind of, drawing a basic layout of everything we walk by. Making notes of flowers I see, or you know, what the fields are growing.
Do people look at us a little suspiciously, or do they like just not care?
Most of the people will glance at you, as I mentioned. The guy's kind of nodding to you, but not really thinking a whole lot about your presence. Not surprised to see travelers. Not they didn't seem to really make a big deal out of seeing you.
Are there other people that look kind of like us with weapons and road weary and so on and so forth?
Not that you've seen yet.
Okay.
This place sucks.
It is pretty small.
Yeah, where's
Smaller
the
than I'm
town
used to.
start?
Where are all the people?
Yeah, I mean,
There are plenty of people milling about. Like it's not
Right.
like
Okay.
it's abandoned by any stretch of the imagination. People are just going about their daily life in this village. They don't seem to
It
be too
must be
concerned with you.
it must be very different than what the two of you are accustomed to coming from such a big city.
Yeah, it's pretty small. I mean, is this like the only inn in town?
I bet it is.
Probably there might be some other drinking establishment that simply serves drinks and so on and so forth. This seems to be
It's probably the kind
more
of
of a
place
full
where
service.
everyone knows your name.
You folks don't seem to be from around here, huh? And this guy walks up to you. He's got
What
a
makes you
long
say that?
beard. He's got a long beard, and he's got a bandana wrapped around his head, and he's got over his shoulder what appears to be like a sort of like the cross between a rake and a hoe of some kind, some implement of farming. Where
Are
y'all
you-
from?
Oh, well, are you glad that we're here?
I don't even know who the hell you are, boy.
Hi,
Well-
I'm Xanthi, and this is my best friend Des, and I am from the city of Greyhawk.
Well, I'm glad she's here. I don't know about the rest of you. How you doing, Xanthi? Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you.
My
she
name's
like walks over
Joseph.
and shakes.
Oh,
His
hi. Oh,
hand.
hello. Joseph, nice to meet you. Where y'all coming in from?
Here and there.
Yeah,
I've
feel
heard
like
that
we-
one before.
I feel like we all have the same troubles.
Well, okay.
You know,
I heard
the
you.
road to here is very dangerous.
Oh,
We were attacked, and
oh my.
there was a bear, and
Well,
there were
yeah.
bandits.
We do have bandit problems, bear problems. I mean, it's no walk in the park. I mean, it's park-like, but I mean, there's some dangers out there. I mean, it's pretty dangerous out there, but we just kind of don't go out there much.
Why is it so safe here, though?
Well, I don't know. I mean, we're just we're in town. We look after each other, and by the grace of St. Cuthbert, we're able to provide for ourselves and protect ourselves, and it's just well, welcome to Hommlet. What can I? Well, you're standing here at the right place. Right there's the Inn of the Welcome Wench. They're renowned for their fantastic beverages, and well, I think they say clean rooms and all that kind of stuff. But really, it's the food that keeps people coming back. Really good food.
There's some sort of local specialty we should make sure to try.
Well, I mean, this time of day, well, there's all kind. You'd have to see what the menu is. I mean, it's changing menu. They decide what they're going to serve based on what's available.
But is there like a local specialty, something that Hommlet is renowned for?
Well, that's a real great idea. I mean, there is a local brewery that makes some fine ales. My favorite, of course, is the Dwarven Stout, and he gives you a wink. Real tasty, and it's got that fortitude and that just kind of inspires you to greatness, kind of thing. I'd recommend.
There's no like dish that.
Well, I mean,
I'm looking at Des and Xanthi here. There's no like special dish that you're really renowned for.
What are you getting at, pal? I mean, I've had some good.
Nothing. I'm just trying to make a point to my friends here.
Oh, okay.
What is the point?
We'll discuss that later. So you would suggest then that we stop here to break our fast?
Well, I mean, it depends on what your plans are, but I was just trying to point out. I heard the young lady asking about whether or not there was this was the only inn in town, which in fact it is. But I think you'll find it to be quite nice. And I don't get paid at all to promote the inn. That's just advice from the kindness of my heart.
Well, when the inn is very nice, you only need one, right?
That's a very good point, Miss. What did you say your name was?
Xanthi.
Oh, pleasure to meet you. He reaches out to shake your hand again. My name is Joseph. And your friends' names are?
Well, this is Des.
Oh, hello, Des.
And this is Lachlan. And this is
Sir?
my other friend.
Okay.
He's shy.
How do you do, shy one? Well, don't let me waylay you any more than need be. But real nice to meet you. Yeah, have a hell of a good time. Enjoy your stay.
Thank you, good man.
Yeah.
Maybe we will see you around.
Maybe. Huh. All right. Bye-bye now. He walks off.
Bye.
I'm like, see? No omelet. I told you guys.
Well, he didn't say there wasn't an omelet.
But I think if he'd have been
omelet.
proud of his omelet, he would have been like, selling it. He would have been like, try the omelet.
Why do people keep approaching us and
Yeah, I don't.
talking
used
to us?
talking to so many people.
Oh,
It's very strange.
You don't like talking to people?
I didn't say that. I'm just like it's.
How are you going to do your research if you don't talk to people?
I
then?
mean,
Or-
everyone always
well,
talks
people-
to me. I'm
people
so friendly.
There's plenty of ways to do that.
Yeah,
When you-
I mean,
Well, hello there. You look like you're from out of town. And you see this woman walk
Hello.
up, and she's got 2 baskets full of eggs. Well, howdy. Hello. You look lost.
Oh, we are not lost. We're just trying to decide what to do now that we are in Hommlet.
Oh, well, you seem to be in the right place if you're looking for lodging. My name's Alina. Where are
Are
y'all
you the
from?
landlady?
No, I just sell eggs to the inn. They use it in their omelets.
See?
What?
oh,
What's?
that's.
Oh, you got to let me in on the joke, miss.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
listen,
we
Explain it,
said
Zach.
like a place like Hommlet would have to have amazing omelets because Hommlet omelet it's so cute.
at this
we've
point,
heard that
Norb's just
before.
gonna start wandering towards the inn, like in a like a
We're gonna
almost
go in.
like a confused daze. Like, what is going on right now?
Des is going
As-
to jump at the
as-
opportunity to follow him to the door.
Well, and then we are known for our omelets. We got a lot of chicken. She just keeps talking for a little bit.
I'll turn around and I'll grab Lachlan and I'll grab his shoulder and I'll be like, "Come on," and
Norb,
just
as
walk
you're-
and just pull him away.
As you're walking up the stairs to the front entrance, the doors open and out comes this individual. Well, hello there.
Des is
Hi,
going
good to
to
see you.
make a line
So
around the
great.
side of the building.
We love it here. We know exactly where we are and exactly what we're doing. Have a
Well,
great day, sir.
Oh,
Have
let
a
me get the
great
door
day.
for you. There you go.
Oh, you're too kind. Thank you. And I'll pull Lachlan in and I'll look back and see if Xanth and Des are with me.
Des just took off around the outside
Oh.
of the building.
Oh,
Xanthi is
shit.
like trapped with this
I'll be right
lady
back.
who's trying to sell eggs.
And so we've got these show chickens. I mean, they are the most beautiful
I'll-
things. We've been raising them for generations.
I'm gonna turn around, walk back, grab her shoulder, and kind of like pull her away from the lady.
Oh, well, okay.
Good to
Well,
talk. Thanks
but-
for the
We'll talk
eggs.
later.
Later.
Bye.
Okay.
And I'll look at Lachlan. I'll be like, "Yeah, let's just get this food, okay? Like I don't have time to. I don't want to hear everyone's story. I
But-
mean,
Aren't you? Isn't that what you're doing? Like recording stories and
but I mean, I'm looking for information. This is like
how are you going to get
small
information
talk.
and talking to people? Yeah, but
You
People
don't
are
learn
full of
anything from
info.
small talk.
you can.
This
pick
is
up a
all
lot.
just pleasantries.
No, you can pick up a lot from small talk. You can judge a person's, general feeling towards how things are. If things are going well, things are not going well. And people are off their guard in small talk, and they may let slip little nuggets of wisdom, like the fact that they, in fact, take pride in their omelet.
Listen, Lachlan, it's
All
really
right.
draining for me to continue to have small talk.
Okay. See, Professor, there's a nice table in the corner. How about we grab that? And just
Okay, okay.
oh, well.
So
How's
you
that?
guys walk into the Inn of the Welcome Wench. We're gonna get to that in a second. Desmond, what
Des is
are
gonna-
you doing?
He's going to walk around to the back side of the building, get a good look at the building.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a back door? Is there back windows?
There are windows in the back. Let me just take a quick look at the layout here. There is a back door. You can see it's on the side of the building. So you kind of walked up. There's the front entrance, which is kind of right by the flag, and then around the side, like right about, I'm pinging on the map for you. Right about here is a back door.
Okay.
You're not sure what it leads to, but it's closed currently.
He just wants the general layout. And he's going to pick a tall thing of grass, with the little end on it, and put it in his mouth and start chewing on it because he thinks that's what people do around here. And he's going to turn around and just walk right back to the door and go inside the inn.
Okay.
Des.
Oh, hey.
We
All
got
right.
the table.
You guys, as you walk in, you can see that this place is large and bright and relatively cheerful. It contains many rough-hewn tables and chairs, boards and benches. Natural tree trunk pillars support the ceiling overhead, all dark with smoke and age. And you encounter, as you look around the room, there are 8 patrons inside the space. Motley, they all seem to be relatively disinterested in your entrance. As you walk in, nobody, from your, based on your passive perceptions, nobody like turns to look at you, to give you the eye or anything. Perhaps you notice that the barkeep sees you walk in, well trained, of course, to see customers coming along. But there's groups of people that are about the room. Again, it's like mid-afternoonish by this point, as you've had some conversations. And I'll give you a little image here to take a look at of what you see inside. Let me see if I can make that a little bit bigger. There we go. So, I mean, there's about 8 people about. You can see those cool, like, tree trunks that hold the ceiling up. Yeah. This guy seems to be looking at you. But the rest of them don't really pay much mind as you enter into the establishment. You're standing there, you're looking for a table, you see a table available, and you can walk over and plop down together if you'd like.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna move towards the table, Lachlan, I'm gonna kind of have his shoulder in one hand and Xanthi's shoulder in my other hand. I'm gonna be pulling them both towards the table. I'm gonna look back, be like, "Where's Des?"
I'm right here.
Let's see Des walk in. I'm gonna be like, "Come on!" And as everyone sits down, I'm gonna like lean in close, be like, "Why is everyone so nice here? This is
it's kind of freaking me out.
It's freaking me out, right? It's freaking you out. Why does everyone want to talk to us?
What kind of place is
Do
it?
they
we
know
guys
who
in?
we are?
That's
Do they
2
know
people
who
that
we
know
are?
my name now.
Yeah.
Out
I
of
know.
character, the place that they've been that has made them this way is our previous Beyond Saltmarsh campaign. That's why they're so scared. You guys look about, and you can see that there is a server that is headed your way. And as you look at her and past her towards the bar, you can see that there is a large kind of chalk menu above the bar that sort of details the different varieties of things that they have available. Oop, there we go.
This is a nice
Well,
place.
hello there, travelers. What can I get for you? Some drinks. We've got some great beers from the local brewery here. We've got some wines that are made nearby. What would you like? What can I
time
get
of
you?
day
You
is it?
hungry?
What time of day
Well,
is it again, Dave?
it's about. Oh, you're asking Dave. It is mid-afternoon.
Okay.
Those electrum pieces?
It's very
Um,
tiny.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
little
that's
hard to read.
glasses.
What does EP stand for?
Yeah, electrum.
Oh,
Okay, that's more than a gold, right?
yeah, I forget the conversion for that one.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's in
It's
between. It's
not.
in between silver and gold.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, someone else can fact check that for us.
So all of
D&D
these
Beyond
are
can do it for you.
EPs?
No, there's copper. Like if you were getting breakfast, you're gonna get copper. If you wanted the dinner 7-course, it's 2 gold pieces. If you just want a plain supper, it's 3 silver. The elaborate supper, 7 silver.
While everyone's staring at the menu, I'm gonna pull on the professor's sleeve there and sort of under the table, sort of under the table, Norb. I'm going to hand you 10 gold pieces. I'm gonna say, here, just you can pay me back sometime. It's just
Whoa. I'll
look.
kind of push it back towards him.
No, Norb.
No.
It's uncomfortable to have to depend on other people. So
No,
just
I'm
take
not
this.
asking to depend. I mean, you said you'd buy me dinner.
I will, but just take this and then
No,
at
because
some
then I can buy
point-
my own dinner.
Norb.
My
Saved our
Lachlan.
asses back
Can
there.
I get like a round of simple dinners for the table, please?
That
Of
sounds
course,
great.
simple dinners. Any drinks for you?
I'll try that
Oh.
ghost pale. The
Ghost pale
ale.
for the handsome young man here. And what about for you, my dwarven friend?
I'll stare at the menu for a bit and go, how about you suggest something?
How much
I'll
how
point
much
at
did you put on
the-
the table?
I didn't put anything on the
she's
table yet.
just-
I was trying
okay.
to slip Norb some cash under the table.
Mm.
A wandering wench, I think. Welch. I can't actually see it very well.
You know what? I'll
Wench.
drop it
Wandering
into the.
Well, sorry, if you click
You can
on it,
zoom
it'll
in.
embiggen
You
it.
can
You know
blow it
that.
up, I think.
Oh, will it? Oh, there we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
got
I
it?
was
Just
like
click
trying
on
to
the
read
middle
it
of
and
it.
it's so
Yeah.
tiny.
All right.
Um,
So you ordered what? 4 of the suppers, the plain supper.
4 plain
Okay.
suppers.
Okay. And then Des, you ordered the which one?
Ghost pale ale.
Ghost pale. Nice. It's almost dinner time. I mean, the 7-course meal is fantastic. We've got the mushrooms with the stuffed crayfish. A vegetable soup comes second. We've got a really nice fresh salad from locally grown and organic greens. And then the beef tips, I mean, to die for. We've got a special recipe that the chef uses. It's very delicious.
what are
Poached
people
trout.
generally eating around us? Are they eating like expensively or are they like kind of all frugal?
Roll perception check.
Perception 16.
That's pretty good. It's kind of a smattering, but it's not really dinner time. So most of the people who are eating something are having probably the plain supper, the roast venison or the mutton, your choice,
Okay.
with potatoes. But everybody has got some level of tankard or flagon in front of them, pints of ale and that sort of thing. They're all having drinks. There's, like I said, 8 people that seem to be currently patronizing the place.
So I'll say the plain supper for us will be fine. We ate not long ago, and I'll have whatever you suggest for a beverage.
The dwarven stout.
Perfect.
And for you, miss, something to drink?
Oh, the wandering wench. Ale.
Oh, you got it. Good choice.
I'm going to change mine to a wandering wench as well.
Oh, no problem.
He just realized how expensive the ghost pale is.
It's worth it. It's very, very good. The local brewery does a great job. The Black Hammer Brewery is fantastic. You might have heard of it. It
How many breweries do you have in this small town?
was just the one. It's a pretty small town. having more than one brewery might be difficult, although we could probably sell the heck out of it.
Blackhammer, are they my people?
Indeed, Dwarven. Yes, they are, and they have some of the old recipes that they brought with them to town. I think you'll be very happy with with that stout.
I'm sure I will. Professor, what will you have?
I'll have a water. Can I get a lemon in it?
You don't want to get scurvy.
I pull out 2 gold pieces and I hand them to the waiter. Here you go for our dinners.
Well, thank you very much.
I think that covers it.
I think so. You want change, miss?
No, you can keep it.
Oh, you are the
Wow.
sweetest. You are just the sweetest.
I'll like continue to push the 10 gold that Lachlan's trying to give me back at him. See, I'm good.
All right, I'll tell you what. How about we split the difference? You and I will both have dropped 5 gold trying to get our butts out of the fire with those thieves. How about that?
Counter offer. Counter offer. We'll stick together, but we'll ditch these other 2.
Why? What's the
I'm
problem?
right here.
Oh, Jesus,
I'm
Norb.
sorry. I'm sorry, Xanthi. It's not.
It's
I
not
just
me.
bought you dinner. I said I would protect you.
Rude.
Yeah, I know. It's not. I mean, it's just. I mean, I just met you, and this is crazy, and it's like everyone's being super nice, and you're super nice, and I'm just really uncomfortable.
You don't like people who are nice to you?
No, it's not that. It's not. No, I like people. I mean,
Would you
okay,
like me
so-
more if I punched you in the nose once?
Whoa,
I think you should punch him in the
we don't
nose.
need to be so
I
aggressive.
mean, like, would that make us friends?
Xanthi. No, okay, I'm sorry. No, I didn't mean it. I was,
Oh, you're muted.
I spent, I just, there was all these, I heard this stuff about this place. It's not what I thought. I don't know if I'm going to hang out or not. I don't,
We've only seen one street.
it just seems like,
Give it a day.
okay.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, Professor.
Too late to
and
leave
no
now,
one's
maybe.
no one's getting married to anyone here. We're just going to have dinner. Right? I mean,
We just went through a very traumatic experience with
Yeah, I
dead
know. Walking into
people
town, everyone's
and lightning
attacking us.
bears.
And things trying to
Oh,
kill
that
me.
part. That was scary too.
Xanthi,
Oh,
sometimes something that happened on the boat is you found out when you go on a long voyage on a boat, you quickly find out who likes to get their space and who likes to make friends right away, to make to roll dice or just jibber jabber and have time pass. Some people just prefer to be on their own a bit more, perhaps, or maybe they just need a little bit more time to get acclimated. I don't think the professor meant anything by it, and I think it's just a question of the professor has probably led a very cloistered life as an academic and all. He's probably not quite used to so many people, being
Right
boisterous.
here.
So I
Well,
wouldn't take it personally.
I don't have to introduce everybody if it makes you uncomfortable.
It's just like, I mean, like, okay, so like, when you like, you go out and like, what am I, I'm just, it's not, there's a lot,
It's okay. Take a sip of your beer. Let's just enjoy our dinners.
You okay, Professor? You look
no,
like
no, we're good.
all right.
Listen, okay, it's fine. Let's just eat. Let's just chill. Let's just eat and chill out.
Pat
We're
him on
very
the
chill.
back. It's all right, Professor. It's all right.
Lachlan, why is everyone so nice here?
Maybe they're just nice.
All the rumors were like, there's a demon temple.
Rumors are just that. They're rumors. They're not facts. That's why you travel to places so that you can go and confirm whether or not the rumors are true. We are here doing just that. We are here trying to confirm whether or not the rumors are true. If they are true, we'll deal with it. If they're not true, we'll have a nice, pleasant time, and then we'll move on. I think that perhaps you're overthinking things a little bit here. It's good to live in the moment, you know, just to appreciate what we got right now. We have some kind folk that we met on the road. There's some nice people around. We're about to have a nice meal. They got some dwarven stout. I don't drink. She's going to bring me a dwarven stout. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but you know,
I'll
sure.
drink it for you.
There you go.
Maybe
gotta
it
live in
will
the
make
moment.
him relax.
She brings in the beers and sets them down in front of you and says, your food is getting prepared, so it'll be out in just a little bit. Let me know if you need anything else.
Miss?
Yes, of course.
I'm sorry. I've never been here before.
Well,
It's-
welcome.
Thank you. You know, the road was filled with people fleeing.
Oh my.
That's
So
true.
it's like, are you like having a bad day, or is there something going on? I don't know. Seems
We've,
like there's something going on.
Norb, you can't just ask people why they aren't fleeing.
Why aren't you running
It
away?
makes them
at this
really
point?
nervous.
Should you be running away, miss?
Des is going to start looking around the
don't
room.
think so.
Then why are
Um,
so many people running away?
She looks around. I don't see people running anywhere, but
Okay, and that's, you know what? You answered my question for me. Thank you so much. And I really look forward to dinner tonight. Supper, sorry.
okay.
And then I'll be like, you are free.
Uh-huh. Okay. And she leaves really quickly.
All right, at this point now I'm gonna like reach out and put my arms around everyone. All right, there's something really weird going on here, guys.
Why?
We were on the same road. Did you not see everyone running away from this place?
I know, I expected to find something different, but at the end of the day, the people who are on their way out are people who live in isolated areas. Here, they do have security in numbers.
Maybe remember when we came into town, that guy, Hommlet said that there was like a sheriff here kind of person who like made it safe.
Right, you're right.
And
Anthony, that's a really good thought. I
Yeah.
had not.
old man Nevets.
Should we go talk to old man Nevets after this? Does anyone
I
want to go
think
talk to old man
so.
Nevets with me?
Maybe he is like such a great adventurer that like everybody here feels safe.
Talk to the sheriff.
And what's your thing, Des? Why are you so freaked out that people are nice to you?
I don't know. It's you know where I come from. It's better to, just not stick out so much. You know what I mean? Especially in a new place where you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, but this new place doesn't know you either, so whatever you're afraid they're going to find out or know about you, they don't know.
Oh.
So you can sort of be yourself. You can
That's true.
just, take a load off, relax, and enjoy it, Be
Des-
free.
You could be whoever you want to be. Like you could be somebody totally different if you wanted to be. They don't
Look-
know you.
Des,
Well, you don't-
as you're mentioning the whole thing about people being nice and everything, you kind of look around as you're talking to your companions, and you see a individual on the opposite side of the room, sort of looking over at the table that you're at. Seems to be alone. It's a short, blonde-haired man who has a flagon of ale in his hand, and he just kind of like he kind of looks over at you like.
Gods, here comes another one.
And he gets up. You hear his chair sliding across the wooden floor, and he takes a big swig and comes over and says, he just keeps walking up nice and slow, and you're watching him approach. The rest of the party kind of has their back to him, and he's just kind of walking over.
What are you looking at this? You've like frozen up.
I think there's another friend coming to talk to us.
Well, hello there. Hey, hey, how you doing? Welcome to Hommlet. You're from out of town, right? Regale me with your adventures. And he plops right down, and as he sets his beer down, it like splashes and kind of spills on the table. Hello. How are you? Name's Elmo.
Anthony takes a deep breath, and then she looks at her friends.
Norb's
And
gonna be
Greetings,
like
sir. Who may you
chewing
be?
his tongue.
My name's Elmo. Pleasure to meet you. God dang, I'd love. Where are y'all from?
From out of town.
Well, yeah, that's obvious. I mean, just look at you. Hey, let me get around. Hey, Sam, another round for my friends. What are y'all drinking? You
We
drinking
haven't
the?
started yet. We were just waiting for a round to arrive.
No, we got our beers.
Well, they look empty to me.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, did we get them? Did we get served? Sorry.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
got served a while ago.
You got
The
served.
Wandering Wench is fantastic. A round of Wandering Wench.
Wait. No, I'm having the
Dwarven
I'm
stuff.
having the for Yundi and Emerald Pale.
The Wandering Wench for everybody then. Thanks. And you see,
What, you don't-
you see the woman kind of
What?
wave her hand. The one that's been serving you. Apparently, her name is Sam.
Mighty friendly of you, friend.
Well, it's
Yeah,
not.
too
You know,
friendly. What's going on here?
what?
Don't
Sorry.
mind the
What?
professor. The
friend-
professor.
Sorry, it's
He's
just
been on
like
the road a long time.
yeah, I'm tired, and I got robbed,
He's a little.
And there were
he's a little
headless
upset. You'll have to
corpses
forgive
on
him.
the way up here.
and everyone was fleeing this
Headless
place,
corpses.
but everyone's still here. I am so confused.
Yeah.
This
My,
is
my.
not scientifically probable. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Say, have you heard anything about this rumor of like demons or like, scary organized bandits or anything like that in the area?
I mean, you mean like from before? I mean, yeah, a lot of people come here asking these same questions about, what happened.
Well, no, I mean like more recently.
Yeah, what year is it?
What year is it? 579. What year is it for you, pal?
Just double checking. Just double
Okay.
checking.
I
don't
even know what year it is.
What kind of professor are you again?
I'm not technically a professor.
Oh, it's like a nickname, like a road name.
Like
a road-
it's well, okay. So here's the deal. I taught. I was a student teacher. Okay, I was a student. I'm working on my thesis. Okay.
Hey,
It's not a
thanks for
big
the
deal.
raid. Blue Box, great to see you. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. So it's just like a traveling name that you use. I get it.
Yeah, it's just him, and I'll point at Lachlan. He's too kind. He's so nice to me. He's a good dude. He tried to give me 10 gold just now. And I'll
How'd
be like-
y'all meet?
Under duress, we were attacked on the road, and were saved by Xanthi here, who took it upon herself to defeat a whole batch load of
That
thieves.
is not true.
You lit
Des
them on
had it
fire.
in
You
hand,
burned them to
Oh
death.
my.
But I did,
I shot a couple.
shoot a couple of people.
You killed them.
Oh, well, you've
Well, they
seen
were
some action
bandits.
then. That's quite exciting. And was that was around here? You're saying?
Oh yeah,
Not
on the
far
way here.
away.
They took all
you
my
are,
gold.
You are seasoned adventurers. It sounds like that's quite exciting.
No, nope.
Well, my
not
brother
seasoned at
Otis
all.
is quite an adventurer too. He's off
Otis.
adventuring, and I'm kind of staying back to take care of my folks and that sort of thing. But I do like a good story. What
Yes.
what are you guys looking to do while you're here? I mean, like I said, there's been quite a few adventures that have come through Hommlet, over the last couple of years, looking for, to looking for adventure and looking for jobs and such and
Did they
riches
find any?
and well, I imagine some of them did. I
Work?
guess I don't know.
Where are
Well,
they now?
I was
Does it pay
hoping to
gold?
talk with old man Nevets about
Oh.
possibly getting some adventuring work. Maybe to clear up
Nevets, you
some
say?
of this. Yeah, you've heard of Nevets,
Oh,
haven't you?
yeah, of course. He's the elder of the town. Everybody's heard of Nevets. Yeah, he's kind of the justice of the peace, and he kind of keeps an eye on things. And if the militia's ever called up, he's kind of in charge of the militia. And well, after all the
The kind
things
of
that
man who would know
happen,
if there's trouble.
I think if anybody would know, it certainly would be Mr. Nevets. Yeah, I think you're right on the money there, friend.
Would you know where we could find Mr. Nevets?
Well, yeah, down on his manor, just down the road to the east a bit. It's one of the biggest houses in town, so you shouldn't have any problem finding it.
Does he see strangers? Like if we were just walk up to his estate, would he be like, "Hey," or would he be like, "Get off my property"?
Well, he's pretty friendly. I mean, folks are generally kind of friendly around here. You might think that they're a little standoffish, perhaps, but no, they do seem to be quite welcoming. You might want to not go there, late in the evenings and that sort of thing. I would pick a decent time to go say hi to Mr. Nevets, but yeah, I don't think you'll get run out of town or nothing just going by to introduce yourself.
Can we buy you around? You were so kind to buy us one. That's the least we could do.
Well, I can
Yeah,
always have another beverage. Absolutely.
What's your name again?
My name's Elmo.
Elmo.
That's right. Yep. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. And I always like talking to adventurers and just sort of, finding out what's out there in the big world. Like I said, my brother Otis, of course, he's a big adventurer and he's off doing his thing. But someday I might do my thing. Yeah.
Where's he off to?
What
Sorry.
kind of work do you do?
Well, I work on the family farm. Helping out
it's
my
another farmer.
folks. Well, yep. For now, I mean, I do have, aspirations and plans to, to get out and explore, and do some adventuring myself. In fact, if you're looking for, a fifth member of this little adventuring party that you've got, I mean, consider me as an applicant for to be. Yeah.
That sounds great. Yeah, you should join us.
Oh, well, thanks, Professor.
Say, Elmo, has your family lived in around the area for a long time?
Oh yeah. We've been here for quite some time.
So you would have
and
leads.
she'll elbow Des.
All right. Have you heard of the family named Adelar before?
Adelar, I don't think I have. What's the adventure?
No, just some friends of mine that used to live in the area a long time ago.
Oh, you don't say. Okay.
I haven't seen them in a long time.
Yeah, it doesn't ring a bell, but that doesn't mean much. I mean, I don't pay attention to rosters of people's names in town or anything like that. But
how many people live in Hommlet?
I would say there's probably right around 90 or so. Last count when they did the demographics, right around
90 is not a lot of people.
No, it's a small town. I mean, we get like I said, a lot of passers through, mostly like I said, looking for adventures. Maybe grabbing some of the local beverage, which is fantastic. You all like it? It's good, right?
It's very good.
Yeah.
Where are all these adventurers that you say have come and gone here?
Well, I mean, they pass through and do whatever it is that they might do.
I'm just curious as to what it is that they do here. What do
adventurers do? I mean, look for jobs, I suppose, and.
But what sort of jobs are there? Like culling the bear population,
I don't know.
like security down at the mill? I don't know. What sort of work do these people usually get into?
I mean, it just kind of depends. Most of the adventures don't stick around for too long. There hasn't been a whole lot of activity recently around here, but I mean, you're talking about some headless corpses. That sounds a bit frightening.
Yep.
Does it surprise you that we would have seen that on the road here?
I mean, this close to. I mean, I don't know how close you were to town, but
Not very far. I would guess maybe a half-hour
disconcerting.
walk.
Well, half
Yeah.
a day. I mean, at most.
Yeah, that's a bit disconcerting, I'd say. Yeah. What
My
what was
friend
the
Elmo.
nature?
Sorry,
Yes, Professor.
I don't mean to interrupt you.
Should we get that round real quick? Should we order?
Absolutely.
Sam, my dwarven friend here is buying a round.
Is that our third round?
He just
I haven't
drains the
even,
mug
I haven't
and
even finished my
slams it
first
down.
one.
Said your brother was an adventurer.
Oh yeah, Otis. He's off adventuring. We don't hear from him that much anymore. My
Where'd he
parents
go
think
off to?
he's sort of. Well, I don't know. I think he said he was going to the east. Haven't heard from him for a couple of weeks now, but he's been off doing his thing for, I don't know, a year or two now. He couldn't handle the agrarian lifestyle anymore, and well, he just decided to head on out and go see what he could find.
Seems like it would be a pleasant lifestyle, just to stay in one place and nice quiet place like this, friendly people, nice weather. It's quiet life.
At
That
this
not
point, I'm going
something
to take out that rock with the eye on it with the teardrop next to it and kind of just set it on the table in front of me and kind of look at it for a second.
Oh
and
my
then put
gosh.
it back in my pocket.
Before you do that, can Xanthi touch it?
Yeah.
Like, just reach out, like, what is that? And she will cast Identify as she says, what is that?
It is a
Rock.
a smooth rock with sort of a carved inscription on it of an eye with a teardrop.
Trying to get this guy to see it too. So I'm going to put it in front of me and kind of like look at it for a second, kind of wait till I see him see it, and then pick it up and put it back in my pocket.
Okay, so no magical effect or any kind of thing
There it is.
Identify spell would jar.
No, yeah, you don't
Okay.
you don't pick up anything off of casting that spell. Here's what it looks like. I'll show this to folks that are in the chat as well. They may recognize this particular object.
Norb, where did you get that?
What is that there?
What? What is what? I'll reach
that-
back in my pocket and pull the rock out and put it back. Oh, this?
Yeah, what is that? Is that something you picked up on your adventures?
You know, on the way here, actually, it's funny you ask.
You
Any
found
idea?
it like that?
It looks just like this. Yeah, I didn't do anything to it. I just picked it up.
Somebody is practicing their art, I guess.
I'm not
Does it
sure.
mean something?
I don't
Mind
know.
if
You
I
tell
take a
me,
look at it?
sir.
Mind if I take a look at it?
Yeah, no, please look at
Oh.
it.
He takes it from you and looks at it, and that's interesting.
Maybe you could tell me more about it.
I've never seen anything like this before, this particular symbol, but you think it has some meaning, obviously. He hands it back to you.
Do I believe him?
Roll an insight check.
Yes.
I'd like to roll one as well.
Actually, you know what? I picked this up actually watching Blue Box. I'm going to roll the insight check for you on my end.
Okay.
Yep. What's
I
your
didn't
bonus
roll
to
very well.
insight?
+2.
Okay. +2. And what about yours, Norb?
Let me find my character sheet.
You have a character sheet?
Wait, you guys?
As a side
Sorry,
note,
sorry.
while all of this is going on, Xanthi would like to try to sleight of hand her second beer into her flask, her water skin, as opposed to actually drinking it.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
Roll a sleight of hand check for that.
And mine's
Both-
also +2.
both Norb and Desmond, you get the sense that he is telling the truth. He doesn't seem to. He seems like intrigued by it.
Okay. Okay.
You just found this on the side of the road, or is this with the
It's
headless folks that you're talking about?
no, this wasn't. We didn't look at the headless folks. I had a lot of, and then I'll look over at my party members and I'll be like, my friends didn't want to look at them. They thought it was a trap.
It was very unsettling.
It was super suspicious.
It definitely was, but I mean, personally, I've never seen a dead person do anything except be dead.
Thank you for the advantage, wandering endlessly. I appreciate it. That one was for the DM.
Did you find
nice.
that in the stomach of that bear we killed?
No, didn't find that in the bear either. But here's the deal. Maybe I don't know. I'm an academic. I like to learn. I like to study. I've never been to this town before, Hommlet. Do you have like a resident witch doctor or seer, or maybe a library, or a school academia, somebody very knowledgeable of the area, someone you would go to ask the questions of life, meaning in this existence that we call life.
Have you had too much to drink, Professor?
No, we're starting to talk about things I'm interested in.
I mean, if you're looking for sort of philosophical answers, then
Yes, absolutely.
You'd probably want to talk to the druid in the grove.
Oh, where's the grove?
Jeru Ash Staff. Yeah, you're gonna want
Ash Staff.
If you're looking to report some thuggery and some murders on the road, I think speaking with Mr. Nevets would be prudent. Sounds like there's some trouble brewing. And you know what else is brewing? How about another round of the wench? This is good stuff.
No, thank you. No, I'm good. Thank you so much, though. I appreciate the offer.
Yes, it's too much for me. I'll pass
I'm still
out.
working on this one.
As you say that, Sam comes back. She's carrying a platter of supper, and she sets it down and she starts handing out the food to each of you, and it just smells amazing. And you can see that with the food arriving, that Elmo gets a little uncomfortable, but he just stomachs that uncomfortable sense, and he just hangs out while you continue to eat your food. You have in front of you the let's see, what was it again? It is the
simple supper.
Yep, the roast venison and mutton.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. Oh, geez. All right.
Oh,
I'll take it.
What?
Oh, Jesus, Norb. Okay.
That's where my 10 gold went. Bastard.
Yep. You're the best. Real quick, I saw big shout out to all the raiders who jumped in and are hanging out with us. We appreciate you all. Hopefully you had a great time over at Blue Box RPG. We are indeed playing in the world of Hommlet here. In the world of Greyhawk, and we've just arrived in Hommlet, and these guys are super suspicious of every single NPC they've met so far, which is very, very fun. I feel maybe well, except for you, and I think the common denominator is the Beyond
That I
Saltmarsh
haven't
campaign.
played with you?
Yeah. Everybody knows that something's up or thinks there
Learning.
is. I saw Wily Hobbit hanging out earlier. Just want to plug Greycast. If you're not following or listening to those podcasts, please do. Link is in the chat there. Wily Hobbit and Mateus are fantastic hosts about all things Greyhawk. We're going to take a quick break here in just a minute. So I also want to mention that we do have a giveaway tonight. Let me give you a quick image of what that is. We're going to be giving away the Forsaken Bog. All you have to do is enter the code word !drawing to be entered in the giveaway. We're going to give away a copy of this at the end. This is courtesy of our patron, our sponsor, our friend Christian over at CZ RPG. They produce and publish amazing third-party content for D&D and other systems, and they're just really great folks. So really good stuff. The maps and the creatures, the unique creatures that they create and all that kind of stuff is really great. So you can also check out their drive-through RPG. That we do have a 10% off coupon for that stuff, so check it out. All right, so your food comes set down in front of you, and your good friend, Elmo, is hanging about with you. Hey, Scoos, thanks for the cheer. That's one advantage for each of the players. Thank you so much.
Aw,
I'm stocked up.
thank you.
Yep, you guys are looking pretty good.
We're gonna need it. Level 1.
That's right. You've gotten some information. You have learned that there is a sort of justice of the peace, if you will, named Nevets, who is someone that you could talk to perhaps about the crime scene that you found along the way on your journey to Hommlet. And then you also have the name of the Druid of the Grove, Jeru. I'll type that name in our little chat on the side there. Jeru Ashstaff. So you've got 2 contacts that you have gotten out of Elmo. And Elmo hangs out while you're eating and just continues to sort of badger you guys for more stories of the road. Trying to
hungry,
gather...
Elmo?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm always hungry for knowledge, right, Professor? Just like you. Yeah, you know, I could eat. Hey, Sam, maybe just a side of the mutton would be fantastic. And she waves. Yep. And you can see as you look back at her as she's sort of responding, there's a fellow with curly black hair who is standing behind the bar, and he's kind of cleaning the bar top, but he's kind of eyeing you up and kind of keeping an eye on the table over there and looking at Elmo, and then he sort of like looks away. But you all notice it based on your passive insight that he is taking note of the party. And with that, we are going to take a quick 5-minute break, the only break that we take tonight. We're going to step away for our bio break, and we will be back in just 5 minutes, folks. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thanks for the hype train. Thanks for being here and cheering us on as we get deeper and deeper into this new adventure. And my players are so suspicious of everything I'm putting in front of them right now. It's really, really fun. So stick around. We'll be back in just a little bit. And then again, at the end of the stream, we're going to be giving away some loot. So hang tight. We will be back in just a couple of short minutes. We're back, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thanks for the gift subs, Scooz News, who just did an awesome run with Bleak in the well, which was that 3 or 4 part? That was a 3-parter.
The Well was a 3-parter, yes.
Yeah, of the Shade song. So you can check that out on our YouTube as it gets uploaded.
Scooz was fantastic in it too, actually. I was super happy to have him there.
A friend of ours from the North Country who we finally recruited into our Discord community, and then subsequently Bleak wrangled him in for some Shade songs. So that's kind of how it works. Come on over and hang out with us in Discord and get to know our crew. And maybe you'll end up in one of Christian's less suspicious campaigns. Apparently, my campaigns always pan out to be the most sus. We'll see. I don't know.
Your campaigns? Is it the campaign or the GM? That's the question we really need to answer.
That's way too deep. Yeah, it's Kirk, basically.
Yeah, I have a lot of issues.
Jesus.
Issues? You've got subscriptions, man.
I'm going to exactly, badang dang. I'm going to put on the highly suspicious Country Village audio track by Tabletop Audio to set the
by Village People.
The mood by the Village People.
Oh, that's
to
worse.
set the mood. All right, so your food is delicious. There's nothing suspicious about the meal whatsoever. Norb, roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
Is Elmo still hanging around?
Oh yeah, he's listening to your stories and he's kind of hanging on every word, and he's sort of encouraging you to follow up with Nevets about the the corpses that you saw on the side of the road. You get the sense he doesn't know what that stone was. Both Dez and Norb got a vibe from him that he was sincerely curious about it.
Okay. I would like to point out that I didn't drink any of the alcohol, but not because I'm suspicious, just because my character doesn't drink alcohol. But I would have, even though I ordered some, I would have given it to the professor and I would have had water or something.
You probably
I would have
'cause
slid
think
my water to you, to be honest.
Yeah,
the old
he ordered
switcheroo.
water. Am I the only one
Yeah,
drinking?
I ordered a water with lemon.
Was I able to
For
pour my
scurvy.
second beer into my water
This is-
glass
yeah.
without
What
it
was your
mixing?
sleight of hand roll? Do you
It
remember?
was 14.
Yeah, I don't think anybody else. Let me just look at people's passive perception. Lachlan would have noticed it.
I wouldn't say anything.
I'll like wink at you.
I'm like, she wants to get sauced later. Who am I to interfere?
That's
I'm
right.
like 5'3". If I drank all 4 rounds of beers that came to us, so I'm
I don't
putting a
judge.
little for later.
I don't judge.
No judgment here.
No judgment here.
Des,
All right,
drink 'em all.
so you guys, finish your meal. You have full stomachs. The food is really good here. It definitely lives up to what you'd heard with the extremely friendly and sincere townsfolk that you've met so far during your brief visit to this very idyllic and peaceful town. Norb, how was that con save?
Got a 16.
You feel great. You feel full. You feel you've had a little bit of alcohol. You feel a little. You're starting to relax a little bit. A little bit. But you definitely, I imagine, don't let your guard down.
No, I would think I'm.
Say that again. You muted yourself.
I'm feeling more comfortable around the people I'm around. I'm feeling less stressed out. Actually, I'm just thinking like, where can I find more information?
How many drinks have you had?
I would say 2. I would
Okay.
say I didn't have the round that he bought us, and I didn't have the additional round that I believe Xanth bought, or was it you, Des?
I bought the first round.
You bought the first round. I would have had that one.
Well, didn't
I bought.
Elmo ever pay for a round?
He did. He bought you a round.
Elmo bought a round,
Yep.
but I skipped that one. I didn't drink.
And then
that
I
one.
bought
Shit.
one after Elmo.
Yep. Okay, so
3
I've had 2
rounds.
drinks.
And
Plus
what's
the
your
ones we
con
ordered.
bonus?
Mine,
Yep.
+3.
Okay. Yeah, you're feeling good. Anybody have less than a +2 on their con bonus?
No.
I'm all dwarfed up.
You are feeling good. The beer is strong and tasty. You get the sense from this particular brew that you've been drinking that it has some sort of a unique, if you have a palate for such things, a very nice grain bill. The malt, whatever the malting is done to perfection. Very nice recipe. The Wandering Wench, which is the local favorite. It is getting later in the afternoon now. Patrons have come and gone. And what would you guys like to do as you finish up your meal? You've already paid for the meal and the additional drinks, Lachlan. I think you got a round of beverages. And what would you like to do?
Well, we should find this Nevets person. But this might be a good place to come back and sleep if people don't want to sleep outside.
Well, how are you feeling, Professor? Earlier, you wanted to sort of strike out on your own.
Well, not on my own, but I mean, I think Well, does anyone want to go talk to the druid with me?
I would go to see that
All right,
guy, Jaru the druid.
Jaru.
Jaru, Jaruid, Jaru.
Guru.
You're
I
slurring
bet
your
it was
speech.
Drew Ashstaff was the druid. Is it Jaru Ashstaff?
It was Drew.
Drew Ashstaff.
Jaru
Yeah,
Ashstaff.
he's a druid. He's been around for a while. He hangs in the Grove, which is just not too far away from here. If you'd like, I could take you to him. I mean, it's getting late, but he hangs out. I mean, that's what he does. He hangs out in the Grove.
Would you just point us in the right direction?
Sure. And he just points that way.
Awesome.
That way?
Yeah, you got to go outside though, and then that way.
We'll
Okay.
find him.
Okay.
Well, Elmo, it's been a real
Place is
pleasure. I hope we
tiny.
run into you again.
Oh, you will. I'm sure you will.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you for being so friendly.
Xanthe will go up to the waitress, and she wants to ask, so if we wanted to get a room later, how much are the rooms?
Well, we have a variety of different rooms available. It just depends on what you're looking for. We've got private rooms. We've got sort of the bunkhouse style rooms, which is the least expensive.
I'm sorry, miss. Would you mind giving us 2 minutes? I would just like to speak to my friends before we decide on accommodations.
Of course. Let me know if you want another round. And let me know what you need. Okay.
I was
Is it
just going to
coffee?
get a price.
Coffee? Oh, yeah, of course. Just one?
Just one, I guess.
Okay.
No coffee.
I'll be right back with that, honey.
Xanthe,
We'll just stay at the
Des,
inn.
Professor, I think there's something we should perhaps discuss before we move along further. I mean, we don't really know each other. We all came here for various reasons. I know the professor a little bit more, having traveled a few days with him. You two seem to be very friendly. I do believe, Des, you are best friends with Xanthe. Before we get rooms and go see an ash druid together and go see the sheriff together and all these things, I guess I would like to get a better sense of exactly what it is that you're perhaps hoping to accomplish here, because I don't mean to impose my personal goals and myself really on any of you.
Well, I was just trying to accomplish finding out how much it would be if I got a room here, because some things are expensive, and like it might be better to sleep outside if it's too expensive. But I don't even know.
I've been sleeping
That's
outside
fine. I
long
mean,
enough, I
you can
think.
book a room wherever you want. That's what I'm sort of saying is, before we, now that we're all sitting here together and there's nobody else sitting with us and all that, I just thought that perhaps I'd like to know a little bit more about it, what it is that you're hoping to accomplish, why you came here, just so that we can figure out if staying together and working together is something we want to do, or if perhaps it is better to go our separate ways now.
Well,
Well, I think that you, Lachlan, and Daz, of course, can take care of himself, but Norb needs someone to look after him. I mean, he's really,
he's the biggest guy here.
But he won't, lift a finger to defend himself, and, he just gave away all his possessions. He's going to get into real trouble.
It's just gold.
And when you don't have any gold, they're going to beat you up.
Who's gonna beat me up?
The bandits, or bears who don't like gold.
They aren't gonna beat me up.
But other than Norb, what is it you're hoping to accomplish here, Xanthe? You obviously came here for a reason. You are perhaps suspicious of what's going on. Getting involved in anything here, if there is something going on, is going to, aside from being dangerous, is going to require that you move carefully and act carefully. And I'm just trying to get an idea of what it is you're hoping to accomplish, because you don't strike me as the kind of person who comes into town looking to assassinate bandits. So,
Well, I mean, I'm not here to assassinate bandits.
that's
I'm
what I'm
here
saying.
to get a job to kill bandits, or something else. Like, work defending people.
So you're
that's
looking
the
to make
thing.
coin. Is that is your
Well,
objective?
I'm looking to build a resume.
In order to do what exactly? What kind of?
To go home and, like, get a better job.
Build a reputation, so to speak.
Right. That's exactly right. I'm building my reputation. So everyone will know that I'm capable.
Right. So we have a reputation seeker. What about you, Des?
Well, I came here to find out a little bit more about my family, and if I can earn some coin while I'm here, that's fine by me.
If you want to find your family, wouldn't it be best to simply go down to the city hall or whatever passes for city hall in this place and ask for records?
I mean, I guess so.
I
I'm
just got here.
I
Yeah,
know.
we
I
just got here.
appreciate that.
I finished eating, and
I appreciate that.
it's
I'm just
almost
trying to get a
dark.
sense of where people's sense of duty lie if we're going to get involved in situations together. I'd just like to know what people are after.
What about you? What are you after? Why did you
Honestly,
come to
my
Hommlet?
problem is that I don't know what I'm after. Sort of following the wind,
That works
going
for
where
me.
it's taken me. But one thing's for sure. If there is a situation here where there are bandits or whatever other sort of threat might be lurking around in the forest outside, there are people who will not be in a position to defend themselves. There are people who will live their lives under that yoke of fear, under that yoke of domination by forces that have no care for their well-being, and I can't stand that. And if it's here, fine. If it's somewhere else, fine also. I'm simply looking to help a few people who can't help themselves. Not looking for coin, not looking for reputation. I'm not looking for anything else.
Well, I mean, of course you have to help people who can't help themselves. That's just the basic thing of what everybody does, right?
No, not everybody's Xanthi, and that's the problem. Not everybody does that. And before I sort of hitch my wagon to a group of people, I need to know that ultimately doing that right thing is what's going to be more important. Because I certainly wouldn't begrudge you to have other goals in mind and to want to pursue them, and I would wish you well. But ultimately, I need to know that if we're agreeing or looking to help each other out a little bit here, that we're doing it for the right reasons. And I don't mind if we get a bit of coin or a bit of reputation or all that along the way. I'm just saying.
So what you're saying is you want to join a gang, like you want to become a gang, like we'll have a name, and like so we can be known by our like cool like gang name. That is so awesome.
That'd make you happy, Xanthi.
Yes.
Then sure.
Oh
Professor.
my gosh, now I have to come up with a name.
You're the one who wanted to pull up stakes earlier. How are you feeling now?
Listen, I only came here because it sounded like something was happening.
I also
Doesn't-
thought something was happening here. I think there
Yeah.
is something happening.
I don't know.
I bet you when we ask around, there is something happening that these people don't know about.
Listen, I'm not trying to waste anybody's time.
That's what I've
here.
heard.
I heard a bunch of rumors. I came here to investigate them. So far, I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I was expecting.
Not a lot's happening here.
I was
Well, I mean,
expecting
Early
something.
days.
tell
are
you-
the bandits?
It's not even
There-
dinner time yet.
I know, and that's what I mean. Like, I expected half the town to have washed out. I expected
We
a,
met
a,
half the town
a
already.
horde of zombies and drakes and
And perhaps the trouble's not in town. Perhaps the
wisps
trouble
and
is outside of
elves
town.
and kobolds. I expected an army of death to be, and not a lot's happened. So let me
There's
tell
an
you,
army of death, and you came here. Professor, you're a strange beast.
whoa. Let's calm down for a second. Listen, Lachlan, I told you a little of this. I want to find the wolf nomads. It's why, I ran into you, and you're very interesting, and I would like to stick with you because of how interesting you are to me. But in the end, I'd like to make my way north, and I think if we can deal with whatever's happening here, then we can go north. I think that'd be good for both of us. What do you think?
I'd be happy to go north with you. So how about we make a bit of a pact here amongst ourselves? That we'll stay
Pact?
here.
Whoa.
Just
That's
just an
official.
understanding that we're
Okay.
going to stay here for a few days, get the lay of the land, see if there's something that needs attending to. If there is, we'll do what needs to be done. If there isn't, then
Can we go north?
we'll go north, and whoever wants to go north can go north, and whoever wants to go somewhere else can go somewhere else. But we'll take a few days, see what's going on.
All
All
right,
right.
fine.
Some more of this
Yeah.
incredible mutton.
I can do that.
I mean, they can stay here for a few days. And yeah, if there's nothing going on here, we should certainly, or I would certainly want to go somewhere where there is something going on.
Yeah.
It's hard to make a reputation for oneself when there's nothing going on. I totally get that.
I need a job, guys.
Yeah, we need to make some money. Like, I
I-
know, like, that's very mercenary, but we do need to
I'm-
make some money.
Yeah,
I need to make money like yesterday because they stole all my money.
Coffee
right,
comes.
so
So
let's-
the,
can we?
Sam
can we
sets
like
the coffee down in front of you, Lachlan.
Thank you.
Sam, excuse me, miss.
Yes,
Miss,
yes, of
Sam,
course.
sir, ma'am, miss. Are you hiring?
Here at the Wench. No,
I need a
don't
job.
think so.
I'm
if
broke.
if
Are there
you
jobs around here?
if you're interested in a job here, you'd have to talk to Osler. He's the owner. I don't
You're
think
gonna
we're
work here?
hiring right now, but
I
Okay,
think
where would I
we're-
find a job?
Is there a job board?
I thought
about
we were
we go talk-
told to go talk
They
to
probably don't
that,
have a job board here.
the sheriff
Yeah, we gotta.
guy.
Yeah, you're right. You're
what
right.
kind of work are you qualified for?
Well, I'm a teacher. Well,
Well, we could always
I've
use
taught people stuff.
teachers around.
I believe we
Uh,
were inquiring about the price of the rooms.
Oh, yes, of course. You're looking to stay the night. Well, so as I was telling the young missus here, we have a dormitory style lodging if you are looking for sort of the economy.
That'll do.
Okay, well, that's 1 silver per night.
Sounds good.
Okay. So that'll be everyone. We do have, I should probably tell you, we've got some private rooms. If
Does it
anybody's,
sleep
How
for-
much for the private rooms?
well, we've got, everything from, a gold to 2 gold. I mean, we've got some fancier spaces. But if you just want the dormitory style, we've got 1 silver, and our cheapest. I could maybe put in a good word for you, but There's one room. It's only a single bed though, but that's 8 silver per night. The nice thing about the dormitory option is that it does include some hot tea, fresh loaves in the mornings for no extra cost. So we'll bring that
you
up.
have four private
Bunks.
rooms available.
Let me check with Osler, and I'll get right back. Anyone else? Anything else you need? I'll be right
Wait,
back.
did
Okay.
you just ask for private rooms? Or I look at Des. Like, I thought that we were going for bunks.
That's
Yeah,
all
I
right. We
don't-
can at least enjoy one night. I'll pay for one night for everyone, for each of us to have a private room for tonight, so we can
Oh.
I mean, no.
I don't want a
hey,
private
that's
room.
relax
me,
from
and
the road, relax
no.
and get a bath, and just
trying to
sort of
save my
shed the
gold
road
right
off of
now.
us, and then tomorrow we can see what else we wanted.
Okay, deal. You sold me.
All right. I'm in.
So you're getting a private room for each person.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Like
the
just
cheapest.
the gold one, I'm not gonna go.
So the
all
cheapest.
Oh, you're not going to give me the 2 gold one?
out.
So
Depends.
actually, there's only one
No
room that
king-size
comes
bed?
with 1 gold.
Okay,
one
and
gold.
what are the other ones?
The other one, the next one would be 8 silver.
Mhm.
Very simple room. If you want that one, and then there are 2 rooms available that each cost 2 gold apiece. So that would be a total of 5 gold, 8 silver for the night stay.
All right, so give the gold rooms to the professor and Xanthi, and give the nicer silver room to Des, and I'll take the cheaper one.
Okay. All
Then
right.
I'll
She comes
close
back
that
and she's like, "Yeah, we do have some availability." So she works out the details with you, Lachlan, and you pay her.
Yeah. So
And
how
you do
much
have
was it? you said
lodging.
total?
So that was going to be 5 gold, 8 silver total.
All right.
for the
so
night.
I'll give her 12, and I'll take 2 nights.
Okay.
Okay, and she can keep that change.
Oh, thank you very kindly. Aren't you sweet?
No problem. Just is there a way to have a bath? I am absolutely dying for a bath. And citrus fruit. I need citrus fruit. So if you can make sure that I have a bath when I come back tonight and some citrus fruit, I'll give you another gold.
We could bring up some hot water to your room if that's what you
That
like.
would be excellent.
Okay.
And some citrus fruit.
Citrus fruit. Yeah.
Scurvy.
Yeah. You said that
Scurvy
a
is
couple times.
killer.
Oh, oh my lord! I've heard of these things. I'm not familiar personally, but I
You
can
want to
do
be familiar with them.
terrible things, or so I've heard. So citrus and hot water, you got it.
Thank you, miss.
Yep.
We'll get our keys when we come back later.
Okay. Okay. Very good. We'll be here. Okay. We'll
I
see
hope
you
so.
then.
The inn moves. You better let us know.
So, at this point, she leaves. What is your plan for the next phase here? What do you want to do with your
Where are the
sales?
zombies?
Do we need to go see this Nesbit?
Yeah,
You've
might
got
as well announce
Nesbit,
it.
and you've got Jeru the druid as well.
Nesbit would give us a job.
I need a job. We need a job.
Potentially, yeah.
It's always good to announce ourselves to the local
I mean-
constabulary,
Hopefully, he'd give us a job.
Yeah, you never know.
You
or he'll
never
throw us
know.
in jail because he'll recognize Des from a wanted poster.
But
Wait, Des, you're wanted?
No, I'm not wanted here.
But I'm
Wait.
serious, Des. We should check if they have
Wait a
Sort of
minute.
City Hall for records.
But, I mean, I've been wanted before by various different people.
Of course, you're wanted.
Yes, I mean, people want to hang out with me. I'm very charismatic.
Very popular.
Yes.
Oh my god.
What about you, Professor? You must have lived a very cloistered life. Have you ever been wanted?
No. Okay, yes, I've been wanted, okay? I
mean,
can't go
nothing
back to the
bad.
Wild Coast. I can't go back.
Wait, so you're
I know the
saying
feeling.
that thing that you told me yesterday is why you can't go back?
Okay.
He's all right. Don't worry about it.
So
Are you really wanted, man?
I'm not yeah. It's
I mean,
complicated, okay?
let's say everyone's wanted here.
Yeah, everyone's wanted here. Let's just say
in
that.
one way or the other.
She's right.
What's the other way?
You know, not
The-
necessarily by the law.
When people like you and they
per
want you at
se.
the party, for example, because
Listen,
you're.
Yeah,
there's
everybody's wanted.
That's right.
Yeah,
Let's go
yeah,
see
exactly.
the sheriff.
All right,
Have
so
you had your
you
citrus
head
fruit
out.
today?
You head out into the night. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, Lachlan. But you guys head out into the night, talking of citrus fruits and making your way towards the Nevets estate, as it were. As you head out into the sort of town center, you can see that there are people still milling about. A few more people now about the street and the roads of this town. They don't seem to, again, they're not paying a ton of attention to you as you make your way eastward past what appears to be maybe you certainly past the leatherworks, past what appears to be a smithy, as you pass by just to the north of where the flag is on the map. You can see that there are horseshoes nailed to three faces of a post in front of the shed, and within you can see that there's a forge burning, smoke bellowing from the chimney. There is what appears to be a dwarven man vigorously pounding away at a piece of red hot iron in an open workshop that's attached to the main building.
As we pass by this and see the dwarven world, Lachlan will stop for a moment and sort of look at the forge work and sort of what's going on in there and kind of appear, a little distant for a moment, like kind of, maybe going back into his memories or something, and sort of stare longingly at this. And after a moment, he'll sort of steel himself and just be ready to move on.
Thanks for the follow, Vax01. Thank you so much. Yeah, Lachlan, as you look for a moment into the smithy's space, you see it's a dwarven man with a long beard and wearing a leather smock, and he's just ripped, his muscles just sort of like glistening with sweat as he hammers on this piece of iron, taking no notice of the four of you as you walk past in your progress through town. You also see, as I sort of tell you a little bit about some of the space on the right here, if I can, there we go, this building here, you can see that it appears as though this house has been converted into a rustic barn, and there's a wheel with a broken spoke mounted on a post, possibly, well, you guys would probably, especially those from a bigger city, you'd know that this is indicates like a wainwright, someone who is working with whatever it might be to fix carts and wheels and that sort of thing. And you continue on your way towards the Nevets estate, which happens to be this large estate here. And it is definitely larger than the places that you've seen before. It has a wall that surrounds it. There's a 8-foot high stone wall and a heavy gate that protects the inhabitants from within, and it's easily the largest residence in Hommlet, most certainly occupied by well-to-do folk of means. The estate appears readily defensible in times of trouble. And those of you who come from sort of the adventurous backgrounds, perhaps, maybe not Xanthi as much, but you would take note that it seems very defensible tactically. The house itself is well constructed with a stone foundation that matches the wall and slate roof, and the yard is tidy and well tended with pruned rose bushes and other floral amenities therein. The gate, as it were, to the estate is closed right there at the point of the flag.
Oh, what now?
Is there a bell or
A guard?
like a knocker or something?
You don't see a guard. You don't see any sort of bell or knocker at all. Roll a perception check. Anybody who peers deeper into the compound.
14.
16.
Okay.
22.
Mm.
You
have to be a dwarf height to see it.
Yeah.
Yep, it's just the perfect height.
Just, get that low angle,
Yep.
Mhm.
Funny.
That's
You look in and you can see beyond the main house. that there is a stable of sorts right in this area where there are some horses being fed by what appears to be a farmhand. Hasn't taken any notice of you at this point. And again, the day is kind of getting late now after you've had a meal and a couple of beverages. The sun is hanging low on the horizon. It's not nighttime, but it is definitely evening. And you can see he's going about finishing up his work for the day.
Do you want to make a new friends, Anthony?
Yeah. Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello. I am looking for the person who lives here, the Mr. Nevets.
He sets down the buckets and the shovel. You can see that he was shoveling horse manure, and he's kind of sets it on the post of the fence there and starts walking over to where you're at. And he takes off these leather gloves and kind of slaps them against his thigh and sticks them in his back pocket as he approaches. He says, "Hello there. You say you're looking for Nevets, then?"
Yes, this
you
is
have
his
business?
residence.
Yes, of course. You have business with Mr. Nevets?
Well, we would like to have business with Mr. Nevets. Do we need to make an appointment?
Oh,
to see him?
nothing as formal as that. Let me go in and see if he's available for you. Just wait here if you don't mind.
All right. The gate is shut anyway.
Well done.
Biz is gonna go pick another piece of grass.
You okay back there, Professor?
I'm doing just fine, thank you.
This individual disappears into the house, and he's gone for probably 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes.
It's kind of taking a while, right?
8
What do you
minutes.
think's going on in there?
They're probably
Oh,
checking us out through the window.
I don't like waiting.
After about 11 minutes, you see this young farmhand walk out, and he's walking with an older man, and he sort of gestures towards the gate. And of course, the man takes note of you, and he walks over to the gate with the young farmhand. He says, "Hello there. Name's Nevets. How can I be of assistance?"
Are you?
How old does he look?
He's not as old as you, as a dwarf, but he's definitely looks older than your human friends. He's he's probably like, I don't know, in our sort of world, I would say he's probably in his 60s. You know, he's wrinkled skin, he's got gray hair in his beard. He looks very well presented. You know, he's got fairly nice clothes. They're clean. He's well trimmed, his beard and his hair. It is, gray, but he appears to be a capable, not elderly, but an older, late 50s, maybe early 60s sort of individual. And he just comes to the gate and says, "How can I be of assistance to y'all?"
Hi, I'm Xanthi, and these are my friends. And
Pleasure.
we were told that we were told by Mr. Hammett, we met him on his wagon, that you might be the person to speak to about getting a job, and also to perhaps report some awful things that we saw as we came to Hommlet.
Where'd y'all come from exactly?
I am from the free city of Greyhawk.
Oh my, that's quite a ways.
Verbo City.
Okay.
Kind of southwest.
Uh-huh.
From the coast south of here.
We
I
all
see.
met on the road.
Yeah. There were bandits
Yes. So we
and
defended
corpses
Hammett's
and a
wagon.
bear.
So that
Hammett,
he could
old man
safely
Hammett. Yes,
make
yes. of
his
course.
way up here, and he said that we did a lovely job. So that's our first reference, and we are looking for more work.
Well, hold up. Take a few steps back, Missy. You said something about a some sort of a incident that you wanted to report. Let's start there.
Well, there are bandits that are attacking people on the road,
Oh yes, we're
and
aware of that. Yep.
we were able to chase off a few of them.
Oh my.
They like to hide in trees.
Yet they have like little
Okay.
tree forts, like tree stands up in the trees, and
You
then
don't
they
say.
shoot at you.
Uh-huh.
Pass
And
that
then
around.
then there was
very
a
annoying.
bear.
The tree stand thing. Yeah, okay.
And we took care of the bear, so he's no longer around.
Bears, you say?
Attacked people on the road. We did not like go into the woods to like scare up a bear. He was angry.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
And then we saw like 5 headless corpses, which
Whoa.
made us
Excuse me?
think, yes, 5 headless corpses, which made me think that maybe you need some help with defending the people on the road, because like that's not good advertising.
So you're looking for work. And you've
This
got
was-
some crimes to report.
It was pretty close to town.
Look, why don't you all come on in and have a seat? Let's talk a little bit more. I want to get a little bit more information about this. Kai, would you be so kind as to get us some tea? And they swing the gate open, and he kind of invites you into the compound.
Appreciate
And
it, sir.
Turns his back to you and starts guiding you into a little area outside in front of the entrance to the house. There's a porch with a spot where you can sit down and have a cup of tea. And he gestures to some chairs for you to sit. Now, you said you ran into some bandits along the way. Whereabouts was that then?
That was about 2 days out. Were the bandits.
Pulls out a little notebook and a quill, and he starts, yeah, okay.
And then 1 day out was the bear,
Okay.
and half a day out was
My.
all of the corpses. So
You
that's
have
pretty
had
close.
Quite a journey. These corpses I'm most troubled about. If you could, would you be willing to take one of my men out to investigate that? And
Think we could do
Sure.
that?
I mean,
I think-
hopefully someone buried them, but you know, we're a little skittish, and we were protecting
We kept our
hammocks.
distance, yes.
We thought it wasn't a good idea to stop.
I understand. Well, we have had some banditry about recently, and it is a bit troubling. It seems as though they've gotten a little bit more aggressive. This multiple murder situation, however, as random as it sounds, certainly is troubling.
Oh, did I mention they didn't have any heads?
I
That
think
was
you-
the most troubling thing.
Yeah, that's-
Where were
that's-
their heads?
That's terrifying. And
How about
you s-
gnolls? I've heard stories that there are gnolls in the area.
Oh, gnolls? Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's been gnolls around, but there hasn't been any reports of gnolls for quite some time. You know, a lot of travelers come through, adventurers such as yourselves. Of course, they're looking for some adventure. We have a little bit of notoriety around here as being close to that temple sort of thing that happened a couple years back. Well, there hasn't been gnolls sighted around here for a while. I mean, we did away with quite a bit of the troubles, but boy, if you say there's some multiple
Just heard
homicides
stories.
happening, geesh, that doesn't seem too good.
It's definitely looks like you're heading for more trouble.
Roll a why don't you guys do me a favor and roll a group persuasion check.
How do we do that? We all
Everybody
Roll
rolls a
persuasion.
persuasion check, and then you tell me what you rolled, and then I'll adjudicate how well you've done,
Boy.
because you're all kind of
Got a
working
20.
together.
21.
Holy, okay.
I'm super charming right
A
now.
natural 20 for 27.
Oh my God.
I've been keeping quiet, so I'm
We're
not getting
honest and
much,
forthright.
Yeah.
Okay,
I got a 14.
14. Okay, very nice. He says, well, you seem like good folk, and I appreciate you bringing this to my attention. I will certainly bring this up with the others, the council, to have a conversation. But boy, if you wouldn't mind taking one of our militiamen out there, a bit of a investigator who can check out the scene. Maybe this is something we do need to be more concerned about. I mean, that's pretty darn close to town, if what you're saying is true, and it sure sounds like it is.
In the morning.
Yeah, I don't think I'd send you out there tonight. When was this? Was this today? Was this?
Yes, it was
It
early.
was, yeah, about half a day ride out. But
Well, if
I
you don't
wouldn't
go-
recommend going there in the middle of the night.
Yeah, it's going to be dark soon. I'm just worried that by the time we get out there tomorrow, that perhaps the scene might be soiled by critters and such. But well, I'd hate to put any more at risk. If there's somebody out there killing folk, there's no reason to send anyone out to get themselves decapitated.
Except us.
Well, that's why you pay somebody to do it, I guess.
How much are we getting paid again?
Oh, pardon me? I'm sorry.
I guess what my friend here is trying to say is that we are looking for work. And maybe, if you're in need of some capable, people to take care of things for you, we might be able to help you with that.
Yeah, I mean, we're happy to, point out corpses. But if you want to, maybe
we could do more than point out corpses.
Stop whatever is making corpses, we would volunteer for that kind of work. I mean, well, not volunteer. We would like to be paid for some of it.
How about we make a deal?
I get it.
How about we make a deal? We'll go and scope that out and see what the situation is with that. And if you're satisfied with our work, you'll agree to put us on the payroll, so to speak, to investigate things further.
Well, I must say you have read my mind. I was going to propose perhaps that you take my man out to take a look at what you're reporting, and if it turns out that this is exactly what you say it is, that then we may find a use for you already. I do say, well, I will be interested to hear more about some of your other exploits, maybe when you return. But for tonight, I think it's good enough to say that we have been well met here, and I do appreciate you reporting this. Is there anything else that you would care to mention about anything else that you might have seen along the way? Anything that could help, perhaps, with the investigation of these corpses?
I mean, maybe it was the bandits, but, we only chased off, we didn't take care of all the bandits.
That seems a bit aggressive for bandits, is what I'm thinking. I mean, usually bandits are looking to just rob folks, not wholesale decapitate them.
Do you think maybe a cult could have done this?
Are they some kind of gang or something?
It's really hard for me to say until we have more information. I mean, you just came to me with this knowledge. I don't. That's as much as I know.
We kind of just drove past that whole thing in a hurry because we thought there might be something here to Hammett.
Yeah, you don't have any crazy crying eye rock collectors, do you?
Excuse me, son.
Crying eye rock collectors? I don't know. Rocks with eyes on them that are crying.
Boy, that sounds quite interesting. I'd say I don't recall hearing anything about collectors of rocks. Do you think that has something to do with this crime?
Just a thought. It was just a thought. Don't worry about it. We'll go check this out and we'll report back.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a great idea. If you can, I'll send. Where are you staying at the inn?
The one.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. There's only one here, so when we say the inn, that pretty much just sums it up. But yeah, I'll send my man over, Elron. He'll meet you in the morning.
Did you say Elmo?
No,
Elron?
Elron.
Elron. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
We met.
You met Elmo,
earlier.
I see.
Yes.
Are they related?
No, they are not related. I assure you that.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Well, pleasure to meet you. Thank you again for bringing this to my attention, and I will await a report after you've investigated more.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, you have a lovely evening, and we will see Elron in the morning at the inn.
Very well.
Take care, sir.
Yep. Thank you. He gets up and sort
Bye,
of
Kai.
gives you the gesture. Kai's back shoveling horse manure. See y'all later.
Don't let the horse shit get to you.
Okay. You guys walk back out, let yourself out of the gate. Doesn't seem to be any massive locking mechanism that you're aware of at this point, but you open the gate, let yourself out, close it behind you.
What time is it? Is it dark?
That's close. It's very close to dark.
Too
What
dark
would you like to do?
Too dark to go see a druid. A druid.
Maybe that's the best time to go see a druid. We might wake him up.
Nothing
time
worse
is
than a
it?
cranky druid. We all know that. It's just about dusk at this point.
Well, I'd like to do something, but I'm not very good at doing that kind of thing I want to do. So I'm wondering if perhaps one of you would be interested in helping out.
What do you want to do?
Well, a lot of things I want to do, but really right now, the thing I most want to do is that I wasn't suspicious until now, but now I'm a little suspicious. So what I would like to do is once we depart from here, I would like someone who is perhaps skilled at moving quietly and hiding themselves to come back and keep an eye on this just to see if there are any messengers that arrive or depart suddenly from this place, just to make sure, because I was okay until we brought up the idea, until Professor here brought up the thing of the rock, but I'm thinking if there really is some sort of issue, then that's probably gonna like set off some alarms. So if one of you is skilled at those sorts of things and wouldn't mind coming back and just keeping an eye on it, I'd say perhaps for an hour or so. If anything's
I could
gonna
go
happen.
check it out. I'll come check it out. I could probably do something like that.
I appreciate that, Des. And the rest of us will say not too far, but certainly not close enough to sort of give you away. And then we'll be just a yell and a shot away if anything happens.
Actually, if I stay within like about 120 feet, I could send him a secret message and ask him what's going on.
You're full
You
of
can
surprises.
reply to it.
You're full of surprises, Auntie.
It's just, like something I do for fun. I'd like do it around the house. I'd say, hey Lulu, can you come into the other room and bring me some cookies? And then she'd say, yeah.
I like to whittle wood. You like to send messages into people's head. I mean,
Well, it's better than screaming, I guess.
Absolutely right. So shall we do that then? Keep an eye on this. Is there anything else we want to do tonight, or do we just want to go get a bath?
Maybe it is a little late.
Be ready for LL Ron in the morning.
I mean, the
Yeah,
bath
bath
sounds
sounds
pretty nice.
pretty nice. Yeah, I think I'm gonna head back to the hotel and take a bath, guys.
All right, so let's leave, and then you can come back in a little bit. Des, keep an eye on that, and Xanthi with her, and keep an eye on you, and I'll stay even further back and keep an eye on Xanthi.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all right, you tell me where you're going to be, and then I will move 120 feet away from that.
How
You're
far would
muted.
we say?
There you go.
How far would we say that the Nesbitt's compound is from the inn?
Oh
Would that be
gosh,
like
it's
half the
probably
distance?
yeah, it's more than that. I would say
So
it's
Xanthi would have to come out
likely
with me, probably.
yeah, yep. I would
Alright.
say it's, not God, I don't know. It's probably like not a quarter mile, but it's not a whole lot less than that probably, Things are a little spread out here.
All right. A couple blocks.
Yeah, a couple blocks.
All right. Okay. When it's nice and dark, we'll go.
Okay.
So some of you head back to the hotel, or is it just Norb that heads back, or sorry, the inn? Norb heads back to the inn to take his bath.
We'll all head back to the room. I mean, is this like a communal room where we share it with like a bunch of other people?
You each got a private room.
Yeah.
that's
Lachlan,
right.
Lachlan purchased private rooms for you.
I splurged. Splurged on my newfound
Living
friend.
the high life.
Yep, you guys are living the high life. So it looks like, Des, as you enter your room, it's a large room, and it's really quite nice. There is in this particular room, there's a single one-person bed, an extra table, and 2 chairs on the side. There's a bearskin rug on the floor. You look at it, at first you're kind of impressed, but it's kind of in poor condition. It's been around for a while.
All I can think about is the bear on the road.
Yup. Xanthi, as you enter your room, a little bit higher end. You got the more expensive of the rooms, and it has a fine curtained bed, quilted covers. There's a washstand, a chamber pot. There's a clean bowl with linens, pegs to hang your garments, a nice rug, and an armchair with a footstool. Not to mention some wall hangings to kind of liven the place up a little bit.
Okay.
Lachlan, you find yourself in a sparse room that has a single bed and a standard chest with a padlock and key, but not much else. You do, however, have some hot water that's brought up to you and a small bowl of lemons.
Perfect.
And then, Norb, finally, you find yourself in a modest room. It happens to have a relatively nice, fine bed with quilted covers as well, chamber pots, linens, pegs for garments, very similar to the one that your companion Xanthi is standing in. There's also a chest with a padlock and key.
No bath.
You ordered a bath. If
Oh,
you ordered
I'm
a bath,
ordering a
you would
bath.
get one. Yep. It'll cost you 5 silver pieces to have the bath, hot water brought up.
Charge it to my sponsor.
My dwarf.
Friend?
Banker.
So there you are. You've each got your room, your accommodations set in place. It's after days of travel. You've been on the road for quite some time from various locations. You now find yourself feeling rather relaxed. After a good meal, you've made some contacts. The night grows dark. You can hear that the crowd downstairs in the common space of the tavern has grown lively. There is perhaps some music playing. There is a fire that is burning in the hearth. And yeah. What would you like to do? Are you going to head out and do some reconnaissance?
Yeah. Xanthi.
Yeah.
Are you ready to go?
All right. Yeah. All right. So where exactly are you going to sneak around?
Well, I figured instead of just walking down the road, we'd kind of make our way through a few of the yards that we passed. Maybe
Oh.
kind of approach, in the trees that were to the west of his compound. I don't know if you remember, but I have a pretty good idea of what it was, the layout. So I think we could get a good view from over there.
All
People
right.
coming and going.
Okay, so you go ahead and I'll follow you from behind, further out. And then I will check in with you every couple of minutes. And
I mean, I guess you could go out on the road if you wanted to.
I mean, I suppose I could also just lay down in the field and stargaze.
You could do that as well.
All right.
That's
Yeah, Xanthi's gonna find a place kind of like, let's see, I don't know, maybe like over here or maybe like over here where she's just gonna flop down in some grass and like look like she's just trying to stargaze.
Okay.
Yeah, Des was planning on going kind of over here or like in these trees over here.
Okay.
Just to kind of keep an eye on the comings and goings.
Okay. I like it. All right. So, Xanthi, it doesn't sound like you're really trying to be very stealthy. So I don't think
I'm
there's
just
any stealth roll necessary, but
trying not to be weird, more like, oh yeah, look at the girl
Ooh.
who's like looking at stars.
ooh, roll a I don't want to be weird check for me. Whatever you think that might be. And then Andy, you are
Performance?
sure, performance works. Des, you are definitely stealthing, I'm assuming. So
Yep.
give me a stealth check, please.
All right.
Don't forget you guys have advantages available
I'm
to
going to
you
use
if you
one of
should
my
need it.
advantages. Just in
30,
case.
20 on my I'm
Whoa.
just
Wow.
looking at stars.
Just a
'cause
normal
that's
girl.
what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Stargazing
pressure's on
over
now.
here.
All right.
These city folk.
Well, I'm
Looking at
glad I used my
stars.
advantage.
They
there.
don't know what's what from what.
There are a number of people that seem to be walking down the road
Okay.
towards the Inn of the Welcome Wench. So it's it's not uncommon to for people in this town to seek out an evening's relaxation and perhaps a couple of pints to ease the burdens of their day's work. And it does feel like the inn itself is pretty lively. As you are laying, Xanthi, in the grass, you hear some people walk by and just kind of laugh to themselves. You're not sure what they're laughing about, but they're giggling and sort of talking in hushed voices as you lay there gazing at the stars. They don't approach you or anything, but they, you just kind of hear them talking and walking past you. You're kind of laying along that hedge line, I would say, probably, that you had pinged on, like in this area here.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. All right. And then Des, what did you roll for a stealth check?
23 with advantage.
Good Lord. Very nice. So you sneak your way, saying, kind of giving Xanthi the signal, you disappear on the north side of the road into the night, and Xanthi, he disappears from view rather quickly. And you find yourself, Des, now hidden amongst the trees. It is dark. What do you intend to do as you make your way through the space?
Just keep an eye on the gate, on the house, kind of the comings and goings. I'm kind of used to a little bit of a stakeout every now and then.
Mhm.
So, trying to get an idea of, what people are doing, in the house. And
So
just
you're
keeping an eye
so
on-
there's an 8-foot high stone wall that goes around the Nevets place. So are you gonna climb the wall? Are you gonna climb?
I'm gonna climb this tree right next to the wall.
You're gonna climb a tree. Okay. Give me a quick athletics check for the climb.
Can I do acrobatics?
No.
Okay. You know what? I think I'll use another advantage just because D&D Beyond is not.
It's not your
super
friend
cool
tonight.
Yeah, not giving me the best rolls right off the bat. And I'm glad I did. Oh, that's even worse. A 6.
Oh. As you start climbing up the tree, you put your hand up on a branch and you pull yourself up and it snaps. And you land on your feet below the tree, just motionless. Give me a stealth check with disadvantage.
Oh boy. Here we go. Do we know how to... Okay. I don't know how to do that.
I think you right click on
Oh, you
D&D
right
Beyond.
click on
I
it?
learned that from Ashley the other day.
There it is.
My new DM.
I like sharing things that I find.
Yeah,
Makes
that was a
everybody's
good one.
life easy.
An 18.
An 18 with
Yeah.
disadvantage. Very nice.
With
Okay.
disadvantage.
So there's no shouts, there's no like alarm bell that's being rung or anything. It's still quiet. You hear crickets chirping in the dark. You hear an owl hooting from a nearby tree. But you don't hear any voices or anything. You want to give it a try again?
Yeah, I'll give it a second try.
All right. Give me another athletics check. You know what we need to do is we need to set up channel points so people can name NPCs. I think that would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should
That
do
was
that.
an 11.
An 11?
Then you're stuck with whatever weird ass stuff.
That's
Scoozy
okay.
can
We'll
do
just
it.
make it very high for Scoozy. Sid is a good suggestion.
Hopefully the
Sid
DC
is a great
was 10.
suggestion.
Scoozy'd be like, he's called Lunch Pail.
Hey, there's always room for somebody named Lunch Pail in my
This
campaign. I'm
tree is
just
giving
saying.
me a lot of problems right now.
No, you're able to climb up into the tree. You get up into a perch. It's not a graceful climb, and you make a bit of noise, but you get up into the tree, and now you can see within the courtyard. You can see off to your left. There's a barn. You can see the outline of hey Lee, good to see you, Johan. I like Johan. There is a horses that you can see the outline of in the stables. In the corral, I should say. And then you can see the front of the house. You can easily see the area where you were sitting having tea with Nevets, with old man Nevets. There are some glowing lights from inside, lanterns or candles or whatever they might be, illuminating the interior of the house. And give me a perception check. Meanwhile, what are Norb and give me a little flavor on what Norb and Lachlan are doing?
Sharing a bath.
Together.
Yeah, we're interlocking
Wow.
our toes.
Okay, which is fantastic.
No,
However,
that can't be canon.
I'm
Yeah.
blowing
They
bubbles at
did-
him.
they did not bring there's no like basin to get into. They brought you hot water to wash with. Does that make sense?
Oh,
Just stand
So
in
you-
the little low bucket and then
Yep.
pour it over your head.
You can
That's
kind
just
of
my butt
lather
in the
yourself
bucket.
up, just your rear end. Make sure that's nice and clean. Okay, so Norb is washing out his rear.
I wanted to keep an eye on Xanthi, so I would be probably like, as long as I could see Xanthi, if she's down by that kind of tree line, I imagine that.
Somewhere over here.
Yeah, like, so if she's there, could I see her from like the front porch of the inn or something like that, and kind of just keep an eye on her? Like,
Not if she's laying down, I would say you'd probably
I don't need
lose
to see her,
track of
but like if I see the spot where she is, so if someone goes there or
Sure.
she gets up and waves or something, I'd see her, and I'd pull out my pipe and
Hey.
my tobacco.
Thanks for the
and
follow
sit on
card,
the-
52. Yeah, give me a Lachlan. Give me a quick perception check. You saw where she walked to and then sat, like laid down in the grass, which is on, I would say probably on the near side of that hedgerow.
I'll
so that
use
you'd be
an
able to see that.
advantage.
Okay. Thanks for the follow. We really appreciate your support.
Filthy 20.
Wow, you guys are rolling great. Yeah, you feel like you have a pretty good overwatch on her position. You cannot see her currently because she's laying down in the grass.
Yeah.
But you saw where she laid down, and it's right by that hedge, and you're sort of like keeping that hedge in your viewscape so you can, if anything happens, you feel like you should be able to respond pretty quickly as long as you pay close attention to what's going on.
Cool. I'm just gonna sit on the front steps and smoke my pipe and keep an eye out.
Hey, thanks for the follow, Harvis.
Harvis.
There are a number of people that come in and out of the inn who try to engage in conversation with you. I don't know if you converse with them or if you're just like all business or how that goes, but how would
no,
Lachlan
I'm happy
respond?
I'm happy to chat, but you know, I'm always gonna keep an eye out. Like you know, I'll chat, but kind of in a distracted. I'm not really into chatting kind of thing, but I'll be polite.
Okay.
You know,
Give me a polite check, whatever you think that might be.
that would probably be like performance or something,
Sure.
or deception.
Yeah, deception works.
All right.
Des, what was your perception roll?
A 17.
Oh, that's very good. Okay.
+3. I'm at 12.
Okay. Your deception is believable, but people get the sense that you're not really engaged in the conversation, and so they don't spend a whole lot of time trying to engage with you. But they do.
Okay.
You get a sense that people are drunk. They're having a good time. They're coming out on the porch and drinking ale and smoking pipes, and some of them are talking with each other. There's just a lot of sort of camaraderie.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
get a sense that people really there's a lot of friendship amongst the people that are hanging out here in this place, and it's super
That's cool.
suspicious, extremely suspicious that people are so there's so much friendship and
Dude,
revelry happening.
I'm fucking Canadian. None of this is suspicious to me at all. Like, this is fucking
Friendly
Thursday night.
neighbors.
here.
Yeah.
Exactly. He understands. There are good people in the world. All right. There really aren't. But
No.
all right. So back to Desmond. Desmond,
Yes.
you are keeping an eye on the house. How long do you intend to keep an eye on this place?
I guess for a few hours. I don't plan on staying out here all night. Just
Okay.
because I think he assumes that the old man's going to go to bed and things are going to kind of die down and not much is going to happen. So he's kind of going into it thinking, yeah, this guy's not up to anything, I guess. He's got like low expectations.
So your suspicion meter, which we're probably going to have to incorporate as a game mechanic, is sort of at a lower end of the suspicion meter with this guy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But I guess, in the back of his mind, he's like, the wealthier generally have a little more going on in terms of, I don't know, scruples,
Okay.
So he's, somewhat suspicious, but not thinking that it'll probably amount to much.
Okay. I gotta say one quick thing to chat. Card 52, dude, Aaron, nice to see you, man. It's been 1,000 years. Thank you for dropping in and checking this shit out. Holy shit. I used to play a long time ago with Aaron back when it was play by post. Anyways, we'll have to catch up, dude.
Nice.
So you do see a few things, Desmond, as you're up in the tree, keeping an eye on the house. You see the old man Nevets come out onto the porch. He calls back and sort of shouts back and uses the name Marianne. You hear the name, and he's sort of like having a conversation back with somebody in the house, obviously named Marianne. There are a couple of additional individuals that join him on the porch, and they all fire up pipes. You see three what appear to be in the dark. They're sort of backlit by the illumination from the manor, and they seem to be smoking pipes. You can see the glow of the tobacco as they pull on their pipes, and they're having some very kind of low volume conversations. What was your perception check? A 17? Oh, you're muted. There you go.
17. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So with a 17, you pick up a couple of things. You hear them mention adventurers. You hear them mention murders. More sign of bandits. Troubling developments. Possible hirelings.
Hirelings.
Mm-hmm. And they kind of finish their conversation. It's hard to hear all of the detail. They tap out their pipes, and one by one, they re-enter the estate. And there's really, depending on how much longer you stay, you don't get the sense that there's much else happening. No one comes to the estate or leaves the estate after, since you've been there, I would say.
Okay. I would say after, maybe like an hour, he'll start climbing down the tree.
Oh, I would have messaged him long before that.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, what would your message have been, Xanthi?
Yeah, I'll send. So I have message. So that's not sending. That's message. And so it's a cantrip, and I cast as many times as I want to.
Mhm.
And so like every couple of minutes, you're getting hey, Des, what's going on?
It's not much is happening yet. But I'll relay over the several messages that you send me. I'll relay kind of what I overheard.
Okay. Well, I mean, that sounds like what we would expect.
Yeah.
Like,
Nothing.
you didn't hear anything about how they're going to murder us as we sleep?
No, nothing suspicious.
Well, great.
I'm getting tired. Tired of this tree root, this tree branch.
Well, then maybe you should sneak back to the inn and, we can finally have a nice long rest.
Let's do it. They're sleeping. I'm going to start climbing down.
Give me a stealth check as you descend and make your way out, Des. Lachlan, you see Xanthi kind of stand up from her position. Doesn't seem to be anything. She doesn't seem
24.
to be distressed at all.
I start
24.
stretching.
She makes the international
nothing
stretching
strange.
sign of everything's cool. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out for a walk.
And the two of you eventually find yourselves standing back on the porch of the Inn of the Welcome Wench with your friend Lachlan.
And
Well, I'll convey everything I overheard. Nothing out of the ordinary, I guess. Nothing too suspicious.
well, at least we
Sounded
know
like
he's
they
taking
were-
it seriously if he's talking about
Yeah.
it. So
It sounded like he was speaking to his, I don't know, probably not his deputies, I guess.
did he mention? How did you hear what he was saying?
It was challenging at times to kind of hear at the distance I was at exactly what they were talking about, but
Did he talk to Elrond? Did he name anyone? Did he mention anyone in particular?
no.
Well, you two did pretty excellent work. How about I buy you a last drink before we turn in? Rest.
I don't need
I
any
will
more
take it.
drinks. But, I'll sit and hang out.
And if we grab a table, she'll pull out her journal and she'll start drawing a picture of Lachlan being mauled by that bear earlier today for today's event.
It's pretty good.
Just looks at you, just looks down, draws.
Like you should sit on the other side. That's my good side.
It's a pretty good resemblance.
So you all head back in.
Yeah.
Just to jump back over to Norb, who is just
Well, Washing his
cleansing himself. Every orifice is squeaky clean. Probably the cleanest you've been in a long time.
At least 3 days. Yeah, I'm relaxing. I might pop back down to the bar after my bath.
Okay. As you do, you see your friends walking in, and as they walk in, you see an extremely inebriated Elmo come over, and he puts his arm around the dwarf. Lachlan, you're back! Ah, my friends! Oh, well, good to see you. Where you were out? Did you talk to Nevets? Did you find out any information? Let's have another drink. Tell me more stories. I want to hear everything. My friends, this is,
We were just on our way up to bed. I think
Lachlan and
we need
the others.
a bath
Yes.
and a nice warm bed. So perhaps we'll see you tomorrow, Elmo.
Very good. Very good. Well, we'll be here.
I'm sure you will. Have
These are
yourself a good-
great adventurers here. They have great stories. You've got to hear them.
We killed a bear once.
I mean, bravo. That's beautiful. Tell them about the other thing. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow.
Indeed,
We're
indeed,
so
Elmo.
tired from, all
Been a
the
long day. Yeah.
heroing today.
You guys
the
get the sense
drinking.
that nobody is listening to Elmo. The other people in the bar are drinking, they're eating. There's a group of people playing cards over in the corner. And it's what you would expect. There's a minstrel playing music. And you can see the bar is like two or three people deep. There's the curly-haired man that you saw earlier standing there. And there's another bartender that have two people on staff that are just doing the whole Tom Cruise cocktail thing where they're making drinks for everybody and slinging bottles and pouring out of casks and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it's lively here at the Inn of the Welcome Wench. There's no question about it. But it
Dez is
sounds
gonna-
like you're all heading to bed.
Yeah. Des is gonna eye the card game for a little bit
Okay.
and then just kind of think better of it. But does it look like it's a lively game? Are there many people playing? Are they throwing a lot of coins?
Give me a D100 roll.
You and your D100.
I know. why not?
Do you have a
Next-
D100 table? You have a D100
Yep.
table?
You know he does.
Next time it's gonna be a D. We'll do a D
60.
200. I don't know. A 60. Okay.
D15.
Oh shit. So everybody else is going to bed. You guys see Dez kind of stops, and he's sort of eyeing up the table.
Just like watching from a distance.
Yeah, a couple things you notice right away
Mhm.
is that there are 6 people playing. One of the people is losing bad and is about to get knocked out of the game. And it looks like they are all extremely jovial with each other, like they know each other pretty well. But the one that's losing is kind of pissed off. It looks like there's a lot of coin on the table. I mean, relatively speaking. It's hard to count from a distance,
Yeah.
but there's a fair amount of coin in the middle of the table that's about to get swooped up by the next winner.
Des is just gonna kind of gaze wistfully at the poker table, but then kind of think better of it and head upstairs. Not enough
Alright.
time.
All right. So you make your way up to your room. Does anybody else have anything else they would like to do before retiring for the night, your first night in Hommlet?
If we're not gonna sit down at a table, Xanthi will finish her drawing of and journal entry upstairs in her room.
Do you care to share with us what she's working on?
Well, it's in part it is Lachlan being mauled by a bear. But she's writing down the events of her adventure. So, the bear which was hit by lightning, and then like them meeting that Hommlet and his family, and seeing the 5 headless corpses, and just little notes that she noticed, like they didn't look like soldiers and they didn't look like bandits, that kind of stuff.
Very cool. It sounds like she's a very avid journaler and possibly quite an artist. Give me a performance check.
She's got
It-
like leaves between the
Mhm.
pages, dried roses.
7.
You're having a hard time with the bear. Like the action of the mauling is tough to get, like to really capture the kinetic energy of the whole scenario. So you got to work on it a little bit.
It's not realistic. The teeth of the bear are all like triangles.
I mean, it's good, but it's not you got room to improve for sure. But in the future, if you continue to work on that, you could potentially gain proficiency in what would it be like? Is there artisan tools? I think there is, right? There's artisan tools. So just keep that in mind. This particular attempt does not fulfill that, but in the future you could. Nevertheless, it is something that will help you to remember the moment, which apparently was quite memorable for you.
Yeah, she is definitely intending to make a illustrated guide of her adventures as an adventurer.
Oh my God, that's amazing. I would love you to do that in real life so we could have a artistic chronicle of Xanthi's escapades. Is anybody else interested in doing anything else before we wrap it up for this evening?
Yeah, I will do as I usually do whenever I'm in an inn or something like that, which is get a cup. Ask them to give me a cup with water and salt in it.
Okay.
And then I will go upstairs to my room and I will take out my little medallion, my little barnacle, and I will thank the winds for carrying me here, and I will hope for the storm to not find us until it is needed, and do my little prayers, and I will put the barnacle in the salt water overnight, and then go to bed.
Okay. Norb, is there anything that you want to finish up before the night is done here?
I'll take a moment right before bed to light a candle and think long and hard about that poor professor at the school that I murdered.
Ooh.
And I'll ponder it, and I'll think like, gosh, what could I have done? And I'll go to bed and have a restless night of sleep.
Okay. And finally, Desmond, you have you also head up to your sleep?
Yeah, he's gonna kind of begrudgingly kind of draw himself away from the card game, just thinking he doesn't have time tonight to get into it with these guys. But so yeah, he goes to his room and carefully figures out exactly where the exit points are to his room before he lays down and eventually goes to sleep.
Very good. You do get the sense after observing for a short period of time that there's money to be had, perhaps playing cards in this establishment. But nevertheless, my friends, you make your way to sleep. Your first half day, I suppose, in Hommlet, maybe a little stressful for some of you who are on high alert for all the suspicious activity that surrounds you. Others perhaps feeling rested and welcoming a nice bed for the evening. With all due respect, my friends, I appreciate your suspicion, and we'll see what happens next time we come back. Our first day in Hommlet has completed. Thank you, my players, for bringing in some amazing role play tonight. You guys are awesome. I really am enjoying getting to know sort of the nuances of these characters. So thank you for bringing that out in your RP tonight. That's really exciting. And for engaging with this crazy town of Hommlet. There's a lot to explore here. You just have to figure out who to talk to. It's and you've gone right to Nevets, so that's pretty damn good. Nicely done. Everybody who's hanging out with us and watching, thank you so much. Aaron, awesome to see you in the chat tonight. Card 52, thank you for being here, man. What a surprise. I can't wait to connect with you offline and find out what you've got going on in your role-playing world. Looks like Savage Rifts, Savage Worlds. Awesome. You guys, we're going to be giving away some content from our sponsors at CZRPG. Let me see if I can find, there it is. The cover, this particular piece of content is called The Forsaken Bog. And you guys know, if you've been hanging out with us for a while, you know the types of content that CZRPG puts out, but it's high quality. They usually have a lot of freaking maps. So you have a lot of battle maps as a DM, a fully fleshed out encounter and set of adventures. And this one in particular has some really cool stat blocks for some big bads. So I highly recommend that even if you don't win this tonight, that you go check it out. There is a link to the Drive-Thru RPG catalog for our friend Christian and his team at CZRPG. Check out their stuff. There's a discount code there. But we are going to just give you just a couple seconds more to get in on the giveaway. It is !drawing to get in. Lee, it's good to see you. You are in the drawing. We're going to give this away. And then after we do that, my friends, we're going to raid into our pal Phoenix Iwaki, who is playing something. I don't know what they're playing over there, but it looks like fun. Let's make sure. Last week they raided us before we got a chance to raid them. So let's just make sure. Maybe Christian, if you can take a quick look and make sure that they've got something for us to raid into, that'd be fantastic.
I actually think they're not on, my friend.
Oh, they're not. Okay. Well then, we have
Yeah.
the whole world
Offline.
in the palm of our hand. First things first, though, let's go ahead and give away this fantastic content that our friends have donated for our viewers tonight. Last chance, everybody! !drawing to get in on the giveaway. All right, let's do this. Ashley, if you would be so kind as to give us the countdown.
All right, everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
All right, here we go. Oh my God, Aaron, card 52. My friend, you show up and you make your presence known, and you have won. So I will send you a message because I want to connect with you anyways, and we'll get you the download link for that particular piece of content. It's really good. I think you're going to really like it.
It's always someone with card in their name.
Yeah, Card Man,
Yeah, I
Card
know.
52. What's going on?
You know,
Yeah,
that's
algorithm is
absolutely true.
biased.
I don't towards cards. It might be.
Towards
Cards.
cards, yeah. Should have
Betters. Gamblers.
Okay, we are going to raid Neo Soul God. They are. It looks like they're playing. They've got a combat going on of some sort.
Whoa.
Sounds
fun.
It looks pretty rad. So we're gonna go ahead and raid them. You guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We appreciate you all. We hope that you will check out our other games that we have streaming this Friday. We'll jump back into a new Shadesong saga with Christian and a group of new players. So please check that out. That's at 4 to 7 p.m. Central. And then on next Monday, oh my God, I can't wait. Ashley is going to be running part 2 of her 3-part Oops, All Kobolds. And if you didn't catch last night's live stream, please go back to the VOD and check it out. It was absolutely awesome. Ashley, you did fucking fantastic. It was such a joy. I loved the opportunity to play in your game. So thank you very much. Okay, we're going to raid. Thank you, everybody. Here we go. Give our friends at Neo Soul God a hello for us. We'll see you over there. Let's raid and be good to each other. We'll see you soon. Peace out. Is that what they say? Peace out? I don't know. My goodbyes can be a little awkward sometimes. But you know what? That's okay. We'll see you next time.